Whoops! My hand appears to have slipped and switched over from the startup stream to the schedule stream. But that's okay. Mistakes happen. We're all flawed. And those flaws are something that I can work on in this upcoming year. Happy New Year again, everyone, if you didn't catch me last stream. We did do a Nikke stream at a pretty degenerate hour, and we're doing another one today. Gonna be finishing off Footstep Walk Run, which has been a great event, but also I've always hated the fact that every time we do a Nikke event, I have to like wait 3 separate days to wait for the story to unlock. So what we're doing today instead is we're going to abuse the system a little bit, using a secondary account that I have created and prepared. I will be spending gems to unlock the story early, and therefore we'll be able to get through all 12 chapters of Story 2 in a single day. It's kind of genius. This was not my idea, but it is a very good idea, and probably one that we're going to continue using in future Nikke events. Yeah, because saving time is great. Having 3 streams down to 1 is great, and it'll give us time to do some other stuff on stream as well. But hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a nice New Year. Welcome Dragon Boy Prime, and welcome Abyss Watcher as well. I had an interesting New Year, Dragon Boy. I would say that my New Year's was one where I didn't really I wasn't really awake to celebrate most of it. What happened was my sleep schedule's been pretty messed up, and so in an effort to fix it, I actually stayed up pretty late, or even early, you could say. Like I tried to push the time forward, and so we ended up sleeping at like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. or something. It is now 9 p.m. and so I have work tomorrow, and so that's the main reason why I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule. We're trying to get rid of all the celebratory consequences that have been acquired throughout this winter break. Watch the New York ball drop at Times Square? No, I haven't seen it. Was that for the countdown thing or what? Honestly, I don't even know. Okay, actually, I was gonna say, like, I used to be when I grew up, I would always be able to watch like television and see people do countdowns there for the new year. And I was about to say, like, yeah, I don't even know how people watch countdowns anymore, because I don't have a TV that I watch stuff on. And then I realized, like, you have YouTube still. Like, everyone can just watch a live stream on YouTube of New York Times Square or anywhere else in the world and watch people pop off on New Year's at different times of the day. Seen New Year's Eve countdown on TV on CNN. Dang, you got a TV still? You watch TV? I kind of abandoned the TV ever since the internet became so popular. Like, I feel like having access to like streams and YouTube and everything has replaced television largely over the last couple decades. But yeah, I think we should jump into it, guys. I'm not sure if you guys are ready, but I definitely am. We're gonna try to keep this stream a little brief so that I can get to bed early and get my proper rest. But again, thanks for joining. Hope everyone's been doing okay. I just picked up some McDonald's, which is why I'm a little late to stream. I had to get some food and energize myself because my sleep schedule is fucked. Luckily, there were actually quite a few places open on New Year's to get food from. I was kind of surprised. I thought it was going to be completely closed and that most people would have the day off. Turns out I was wrong. I guess, like, I don't even know if this is true, but I guess it's more likely that people take New Year's Eve off compared to New Year's evening. Oh, my homies hate TV. Noizu, what's good? Happy New Year, Noizu. Hope you got an exciting year ahead for you. Wishing for the best. Yeah. My goal this year, Noizu, is nothing grand. I don't really have a lot of dreams this year. Not a lot of aspirations. I'm not setting a high ceiling. I just want to hit up that backlog. That backlog's been growing out of control, and I am immediately coming to the realization that my time in this world is limited, and so is the time I have to finish good video games. I would like to play more good video games. That is the reason I exist from now on. To enjoy the Elden Ring DLC sometime this year. Hopefully stream more in general. I didn't really get to stream a lot last year, so hoping to change that. Underachiever squad, you got no plans either? Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, high five. That's what I'm talking about. Why aim big? Why reach high into the sky when you can simply reach for what is attainable? Elden Ring DLC is peak? I need to jump onto it. I hate it so much because the old me would have not skipped out on playing that on release. Like, I love Elden Ring. I love Souls games. I largely consider them to be probably like a very important part of my life as a human being. But it's just gotten so busy last year, dude. Like, with work and trying to find time to actually stream. Yeah. I think sleep would be nice. If we can get more sleep in general and optimize our time better, then that would mean we'll have more energy to do more things. So maybe that's my resolution if I had one. Sleep into the new year. Also, Zai, welcome in. Hi, Zai. Binged the Elden Ring DLC for 80 hours on release, but never got... Or binged Elden Ring for 80 hours on release, but never got around to the DLC. That's what happened to me. That is exactly what happened to me. And I don't even know if I want to stream the entire game necessarily, because it is a very long game. And I think also Elden Ring is one of those games that is nice enjoyed on your own, rather than on a stream where you can be spoiled or backseated or distracted and just, you know, fight bosses a lot worse than you normally would because you're so busy reading chat. I don't know if you guys can relate to this feeling I have as a streamer, but there's definitely a streamer debuff playing games like Elden Ring. You're not going to be at 100% efficiency ever. Feel that. My sleep has been butt for the past week. I feel that too. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks because, like, you know, streaming's obviously something I enjoy. I like playing games on the internet and chilling with people as they watch, but also it comes with a price. There is a price you must pay. Nice stream title. Did you get it? My Twitch stream titles, I tried my best to make it sound like a Dragon Ball episode. You can hear the narrator. The old school Dragon Ball narrator. Goku! Yeah, Fusion Ha, the birth of a superhuman warrior. Her name is Rapi Hood. Air date January 1st, 2025. I was doing the Dragon Ball narrator in my head. That's great that you can hear it. I'm glad the reference was not lost on you, Synapse. I worked very hard. And by very hard, I mean I spent like a minute coming up with that stream title. All I really feel comfortable playing anymore are fighting games. Dude, I think that's like that's always been a constant in my life, Zai. Like, for as long as I can remember, in recent times, like in the past 10 years or so, I've always had fighting games as something I've gone back to. And it's been a huge time sink. I love fighting games, don't get me wrong, but holy shit, the amount of time you have to spend playing fighting games compared to any other genre is kind of insane. It's a lot to ask for. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I do something, I try to do it well. And so that means I'm spending a lot of time grinding fighting game ranked fighting game matches in my spare time. You know, you got to keep yourself honest on training mode. Do all these drills every single day so that you don't go cold. Like, you don't play a fighting game for like a couple weeks, the rust immediately starts kicking in. It is no joke. But I do find myself taking it easier these days though. Like, maybe I'm at the point now where I'm happy not being the best player in the world. It's fine just to like play for funsies. But you know, playing for funsies for me might be a different meaning compared to other people, since I still put in like a lot of effort. I got a double-double at the Maka's signups. I got a double-double with fries and sweet tea. I'm drinking my sweet tea right now. Got a bunch of drink to hydrate myself throughout this event. Choosing between Tekken and SF has been hard for me. I know I need to choose one. Yeah, that's a tough part too. I think it'd be nice to get good at both, since those are like the premier fighting games of their respective genres, like 3D versus 2D, right? And I think those skills don't necessarily cross over all the time. Like, being good at 3D fighters doesn't necessarily mean you'll be good at 2D fighters, and vice versa. And so I think you can get away with thinking of them as separate games. In the same way that like Street Fighter is not the same game as like Marvel Rivals or some shit. You know what I mean? For me, I think this upcoming year is going to be exciting because we have 2XKO coming out eventually. And I really want to jump on 2XKO. That is the plan. Probably play some Street Fighter 6 as well. But I don't know if I'll go as hard on that. City of the Wolves looks good as well. Was that coming out this year as well? I wonder what's going to come out before EVO, and what's going to be included in the EVO lineup. I'm worried 2XKO ain't coming out till next year. Didn't they announce that it was going to be 2025? Like 2025 soon TM? Or was that number confirmed? City of the Wolves is in April. Ooh, that might make it in for EVO. I'll play that game for sure. I want to play Vox Akuma or whatever his name is. Yeah, Mr. Vox. I'm pretty sure his name was Vox Akuma. Need to focus on when to get really good at while I get the other parts of my life together. That's another thing, Zai. My dedication to fighting games and my desire to become the best has left me very little time to get other parts of my life together. I am such an unbalanced human being, Zai. I'm a mess. My skills in fighting game are like a 9 out of 10. My skills in other things are like, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Not very well developed. I'm not well rounded, So I appreciate that you're trying your best to balance things. It is a skill that I could not accomplish. Went through it this New Year with Miracle Snow and New Year New Sword. Dang, you did both at the same time? Did you enjoy them? We did New Year New Sword yesterday, and oh my god, I thought it was a great event. It's not really an event that most people talk about, because I think it is it's very self-contained in a lot of ways. It doesn't necessarily have a lot of things happening in its story that correlate to the main campaign. It's just like, nice Scarlet backstory with a pretty powerful message, that all things are fleeting and all things must fade. Fleetly fading, strike. Yeah, I liked the Metal Gear Revengeance vibes of New Year, New Sword. It felt like if they ever wanted to, if Shift Up ever wanted to, they could probably turn New Year, New Sword and that entire Scarlet backstory arc into an action hack and slash video game. I think that would be super sick. Also, hey, what's up, Severa? Happy New Year. Welcome in. They put Akuma in City of the Wolves? You bet they did. You betcha. His name's Vox, though. Vox Akuma. Ken and Shenli are in City of the Wolves as well. Oh god, I forget about that. I forget there's like a weird, like, collab thing that Capcom and SNK are doing. Garay Zero vibes, if anyone has watched that. I have not seen that, but the name is very familiar. The name is extremely familiar. But yeah, dude, Miracle Snow also like broke my heart at the end. It's like, it's funny because the ending of Miracle Snow is sad as hell, and then the post credits is like, oh wait, they're okay. The secret ending is like, oh, it's fine, actually. Vox Akuma is a VTuber. The guy in City of the Wolves is Vox Reaper. No, I'm pretty sure his name's Vox Akuma. Am I wrong? Am I mixing them up? Pretty sure it's, you know, maybe check your facts, Sabera. I know that Vox Akuma will be an exciting character to play. I was jesting the whole time, by the way. I know his name is not Vox Akuma. It was a bit. You have taken the bait. Let's see if we can jump into the story, though. Because we have been yapping for a bit. The song is good yapping music. I like that song. Alright, check it out. Oh no, where's the game? Hang on. Why is OBS so glitch, bro? For a streaming software that like everyone uses on this platform, it like doesn't even work properly half the time. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Whoa. I think with me, I'm not really looking to be the best. Been questioning my will to play fighting games lately. I think it's okay to play them casually. I think most people fall into that category. It takes a lot to be like the best. Do we do this? We do this for warm-up? Oh wait, we don't even need to do anything. How's it doing that? I was just doing a bit. I'll show you guys the animation. This is what they show when you like enter the event. Pretty short, but I thought it'd be nice to show. Let's jump into it. This is going to be 12 chapters, guys, and it's going to probably take us like 2 to 3 hours to get through. So sit back, enjoy the movie, and let's enjoy some PK Nikke.
Okay, let me make sure I'm getting all this. It's been over 30 years since humanity moved into the Ark. Inside there, they prepared for a counterattack. But the first surface reclamation war ended in complete disaster.
So remember, Rapi and Red Hood meet last chapter, and Red Hood just woke up from like this long coma, and she doesn't even know like what year it is. The first person she sees and meets is Rapi, it seems like, and now they're just like catching up on the state of the world. But we don't know like if Rapi knows who Red Hood is. Because I don't know if the names of the Goddess Squad were necessarily, like, memorized into history. And for all we know, Rapi might still think this person is a crazy person. Because they're, like, so out of it. They are just, like, a little eccentric.
After that, they went back to the drawing board and began the Second Surface Reclamation War.
So we're in the second surface reclamation war, right?
Unfortunately, it's been 2 years since then, and we're getting our butts handed to us.
But they're losing.
Did I get everything?
That's right.
What are you doing up here?
I must meet with another squad at the designated rendezvous point. I've been trying to make contact with them, but it has proven difficult because of the alpha particles.
What the heck are alpha particles?
They are molecules which can disrupt Rapture communication systems.
The alpha particle stuff is so interesting. Because I assumed the whole time that alpha particles were a Rapture technology. Because they always like disrupt comms and stuff like that whenever you're going through the main story. Like Shifty has to actively get rid of alpha particles in the area that you're in. But it turns out it was something that the humans put on the surface and it's supposed to disrupt Raptures instead? I don't know. It's kind of a mess. They kind of just polluted the planet, it seems, with a bunch of particles that affect things negatively.
They've been scattered all over the surface.
I thought you said they disrupt Rapture's communication systems. Why aren't yours working?
Yeah.
The alpha particles also seem to adversely affect the Ark's communication systems.
Ah. It's like meant to... It's basically like an EMP. Like it'll take out the Rapture's comms, but unfortunately also turns off their comms, so it's like a double-edged sword.
Raptures have also gone on to build their own communication network, which is unaffected by alpha particles.
Wait, that's dumb. They created alpha particles for nothing. They fucking polluted. It's like they dumped a bunch of robot poison onto the surface, and then the robots were like, actually, we have an antidote that we're gonna invent right now because we're robots and we're super smart. Oh god, what a mess.
Bummer.
Bummer. Excellent, more Nikke time. Yo, Glitch, you're finally here at the beginning. You're not gonna miss the story this time. Well, congratulations.
Who are you?
Yeah, how's it going, Glitch? Hope you had a nice New Year's.
Me? I'm Red Hood.
I think she has to know who Red Hood is, right?
I know your name. You told me.
Or maybe she doesn't.
Please state your squad affiliation and your reason for being here.
Oh shit, here we go. Right.
Do I really need to get into all of this? Fine, I'll tell you, but keep your hat on. I'm from the Goddess Squad.
Hey, yo. Is she gonna buy it?
So you are Red Hood, a member of the Goddess Squad.
Okay, so
And
she
when you came to,
doesn't know
30 years had
who
passed.
Goddess Squad
Is
is.
that correct?
Goddess Squad's name never went down, despite it only being 30 years since their efforts in reclaiming the surface. Interesting. The government really covered things up. You didn't have work today? Hell yeah. It's been quiet, just been at home editing my top 5 in shame games for 2024. What the hell are the shame games? Games that you're ashamed to play? I got a lot of those. I got a lot of those on the Steam backlog. Agnew, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome in. And Happy New Year. That feeling when AI just creates a solution to the problem you give it, it's like, shit.
That's right, but
Glitch
You're
on
not
time.
shocked?
For once.
Could this be a mind switch?
She probably thinks she's crazy.
huh?
Never mind. Let's proceed to the rendezvous point. The communication equipment there should still be operational, so we will be able to contact the Ark. Once we get there, I can inform them about you.
I've got a name, you know.
I'll inform them about Miss Red Hood.
Don't do it.
Come on, no need to be so formal. Drop the miss.
Fine. Red Hood.
Much better. Nice to meet you, Rapi.
Oh man, those two are gonna become super close, but it is interesting that when they first meet, it's just like, who is this crazy person who claims to have been from 30 years in the past? Like, who are you, lady? I'm just surprised, like, Goddess Squad never went down in history. Like, information control in the Ark is so strong that even in 30 years, things can become hidden.
As long as we're together.
Details about important
will
world
never
events can
fall.
become hidden. Saying top 5 best and worst just feels wrong to say. Even if you don't like something doesn't mean others couldn't like it. I see. I get you. At least that's how I feel about things. No, yeah, I can respect that. So it's supposed to be a best and worst list, but worded a little more tactfully. Gotcha. Rapi helps remove the rust which is gathered on Red Hood's weapon. She also gathers additional ammunition and supplies.
How's the condition of your weapon? And the bullets?
All good.
All right then. Let's move.
Hold on. We need to bury them.
Excuse me?
All these Nikkes fought hard and gave their lives to the cause. We should bury them.
Hell yeah.
Why?
What do you mean? It's common decency to give someone a proper burial after they've passed.
It's not an efficient use of time. We need to keep moving.
Rapi has seen too many dead bodies. She's like, whatever, right? Like, I fucking see dead bodies all the time. I'm like the only one who ever survives these skirmishes. Why the fuck should I bury anyone? Why bury bodies when they'll only start multiplying? Yeah, we're on the Smurf today. I'm actually on the Smurf account, and we're going to use gems to unlock the entire story without having to wait 3 days like usual, which is great. We're going to be doing this for future events. I'm very excited to cut down on the waiting time that's required. And it'll also open up stream days for us to do other stuff. Although, I haven't really figured out if I want to stream any other games this week. We'll just play it by ear. I gotta fix my sleep schedule first. That's #1 priority.
Then you go first. I'll join you after I've buried them.
Damn, Red Hood is so... She's noble. I like that about her. I mean, she's probably used to burying Nikkes, because that's all that Rapunzel and the gang ever did, right? Like, they pay so much respect to the dead Nikkes, like the no-name faces, the mass-manufactured units that have been fighting this war. But for Rapi, it's just like... I think her experiences with other Nikkes has been a little more up and down. She's had Nikkes that she's gotten into fights with, that have spread rumors about her, negative rumors. She's also had Nikkes that she's cared for and who have gone crazy and killed themselves over time. So it's really rough for her, I feel. It's easy to like start dissociating. That's the joy of doing later shifts, at least. I don't have to fix much to fix of a sleep schedule. I definitely miss having a night shift when I did work a night shift at one point. I thought it was very fitting for me. Plus, you cut down on traffic time. No one was awake on the freeway, no one was awake on the freeway. People were awake, but there were less people on the freeway.
You're not just helping. We're doing this together.
Rapi and Red Hood dig graves and bury the scattered bodies of the mass-produced Nikkes. After some hesitation, Red Hood sticks the guns upright, so they act as impromptu gravestones. That's sick as hell. I hope they'd have like fan art or something of this moment. Kind of reminds me of the sword graveyard in Berserk, where like the Band of the Hawk and all of them died, and then you just have like swords sticking out of their graves. Yeah, unlimited gunworks. Exactly. Only good thing about night shifts for me is, to be honest, is no traffic. I'm an early bird, so night shifts ruin my schedule. I see. I'm usually more of a night owl. Happy New Year's, Tatsuya. I'm out of Jiren jokes, but still have the slander. No, you don't even need the slander. Run out of the slanders too.
You all made the
What's up, Tito?
sacrifice.
How's it going, dude?
Now,
Happy New Year, dude.
rest in peace.
The dead can't hear you.
Tito's like, after 5 years, I'm out of Jiren jokes finally. I got none in me, but I can still hate. I've always been a night owl. School was hard. I was always asleep in classes until like 11. I think I just like the nighttime because it's like, it's more of an isolated hour. It's like just you to yourself and you don't have to deal with other people necessarily.
How do you know? Have you died before?
I have. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I guess I have too.
All Nikkes have died before, when you think about it.
Why the heck am I talking to the dead then? When they can't hear me?
I cannot answer that for you.
I'm not so sure myself. I just want to.
What I appreciate about Red Hood's voice acting is I feel like over the course of, a year and a half, she's definitely like found her voice for this character a little better. Red Hood in English was one of the more criticized voices in the game, and I don't think that's because she was necessarily like bad at doing the voice or anything. I think her voice is actually really good and fitting for the character, but I think sometimes the direction was a little off. Sometimes like the casting direction and the tone of what she was saying didn't necessarily fit the scene she was in, but I think it's starting to get like a lot more natural.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I really like Red Hood's voice actress.
You said you were a mass-produced Nikke, right?
That's right.
I've never heard of that model before. Then again, 30 years have passed. Is it a new model?
Yeah, her voice just carries this like... sounds very like carefree, which I like. It captures the carefree side of this character really well.
Correct.
Do you like old music?
I don't understand the question.
Suddenly.
Like old country and stuff like that.
Let's talk about things we like.
I don't listen to music.
Oh, really? This is perfect then. I'll lend you my cassette player. Once you have a listen, you won't be able to get it out of your head. At least, that's what I would say if it wasn't busted. Do you know how to fix this by any chance?
I can repair most simple machines.
Then fix this up for me, would you?
Ayo?
Why?
Because I need it, that's why.
I see no reason to fix a cassette player right now. The surface is dangerous. We should not waste our time on frivolous tasks.
Frivolous?
Rapi's too
Ouch!
optimal.
That stings.
Do you like Nickelback, Rapi? Look at this photograph, Rapi. It's just like... You just have like a CG artwork of Rapi's room, and in the back of the room, there's just a copy of Nickelback. Like, how did I get there? I think I borrowed that from Red Hood or something.
Music can help you get through all sorts of rough patches in life, don't you know?
No, I do not.
Jeez. I didn't realize I joined up with such a snooty individual.
The snoot! She calls Dorothy snooty too. I like the word snooty.
All right, Miss High and Mighty. What are your amazing hobbies that have got you dismissing music in its entirety?
I think it's cool because Red Hood is just talking to a mass-produced Nikke right now. Right? This isn't the Rapi that we know and love. This is just some standard infantry unit that she's actually having a conversation with. She's not looking down on her. She's treating her as a person. She's asking about her interests and stuff. It's kind of endearing.
I don't have hobbies.
You've got to be joking.
I do not make jokes.
This is so funny, dude. Of all the people to meet for her first, like, Nikke, like, she had to run into Rapi. This is the same unit we would disregard.
Then what
Yes.
do you like?
This is the kind of R unit that we would just, like, swipe on and just like, no, I hate this. Where's my SSR? Also, what's good, Killzone? Welcome in.
I do not have any personal preferences.
Happy New Year.
Okay, now you're pulling my leg.
Red Hood's like, you're so boring.
I told you. I do not jest.
I do not meme. I do
feel
not
like
save
this
memes.
Conversation is going in circles.
Rapi feels a sense of deja vu. The countless questions direct her way, to which she has given the same answers time and time again. This line of conversation has become a mainstay in her life.
Any places you want to see or things you want to do?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
No.
How come?
All hopes and dreams do is make you feel empty inside.
Oh man. That's right, we're in the middle of Rapi's Doomer arc right now. Like, she had a bunch of really horrible things happen, a lot of traumatic experiences. And even though she wants to cling to hope, it's not looking too bright on the other side. So she's developed this sort of mentality that's like
I've
very,
seen countless people die without having achieved anything.
very like nihilist.
Not a single one of them managed to achieve their dreams. So, I have no aspirations, no dreams, because I know exactly how everything ends.
Oh man.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Then I will grant you one wish. Tell me what you want to do.
Rapi is taken back. This is a new twist in the formula, one different from the countless repetitions she has experienced before.
What?
I'll grant you one wish.
Yo, Red Hood the genie? Anise before Anise was cool.
Why?
I want to meet Anise before she became a doomer, because Anise is like the #1 doomer in the series. That girl ain't right. She puts on a sarcastic front all the time, but really, she's probably like the most hopeless individual. Like, she probably believes in nothing and hopes for nothing. Hope Neon has a shockingly boring backstory when it gets here. Dude, I wonder, because like, there's definitely not a lot we know about Neon. What we do know is that the side of her that is shown to us is very, like, carefree, right? But it would be really interesting to get a Neon backstory. I wonder how they could flesh her out. Rapi and Anise tend to get most of the character writing and depth going on. Neon's one character arc was like her trying to be more relevant and hating the idea that she was always like seen as like a +1 or a side character. It was her and Noah were like ganging up together and being like, we gotta show these other guys that we matter. So I haven't talked about the random ass glasses. Yeah, what's up with the glasses? The high-tech glasses that she has? And like Eleg's like looking at it and she's like, whoa, like this is kind of an incredible piece of technology. Like, where did you even get this, right? But then we never got answers to that. Yeah, what's up with her spy backstory? Rapi finds Rapi finds it to be somewhat off-putting. She's not used to people prioritizing her wishes. Although Red Hood's expression remains effusive, sweat trickles down her face, and her body begins to tremble ever so slightly.
Because I don't think I have that much time left.
Oh no, her eyes are red! That sucks, because yeah, like she did go into a coma, and she did wake up into the future, but the corruption is still here, right? She still got the rapture corruption inside of her.
Corruption.
Yep. Not a mind switch Nikke, but a corrupted Nikke. She's she's hacked.
Starting right away.
She's so hacked, bros.
Reloading. Cover me. Reload.
Maybe Neon is the triple, no quadruple agent. Where's Neon?
Firepower refilled.
I'm not sure if you guys ever saw Neon's original design.
Nothing can stand against my firepower.
She used to have a slightly different design. There was less blue going on. This is more white. I have a picture right here, actually. Yeah, this was original Neon design in the earlier Nikke concept. I think I do like the one we have now, especially since it kind of fits into the primary color theme that the counters have. Whereas this one's just like, yeah, she's white. But this one's really cool too. And I would like to, like, I wouldn't mind them bringing that up as like a skin. If she gets like a nostalgia outfit skin that you could buy, it's like, oh, here's a prototype Neon, right? I'd be totally down for that. Do we really need to go through the double backstabbing theories again? What theories? There is no theory. Some people are just crazy. Glitch.
Wait.
Wait.
I know my eyes are red.
Don't shoot.
But my mind is fine. Put that gun away.
She's just like aiming the gun, like point blank. She's like, all right, was nice talking to you. I know we had a nice conversation, but I guess we got to nip this one in the bud right now.
The rules dictate we must eliminate any Nikke who has been corrupted.
I'm telling you, it's not corruption.
Oh,
it's
that's so
something
funny.
else. Maybe half corruption? I don't know.
This is the goofiest interaction ever. She's just like, no, stop, hear me out.
There's no such thing.
Okay, fine. That was a lie. But I'm not lying to you when I say that I'm fine.
Those suffering from corruption often repeat the same phrases. Answer my question. What is your favorite genre of music?
Country music.
What is this interrogation?
What do you enjoy most of all?
Country music?
Oh no, bad answer, you're repeating yourself. It's a corrupted Nikke that's just repeating the words country music, country music, country music.
What is something you would like to do?
Country music!
No! Reddit, stop! You're gonna out yourself, you're just gonna shoot.
That's it. You have to be disposed of.
No! You're just asking crappy questions!
Rapi lowers her gun. Okay.
This is the first case I've seen like this.
It's been like this for a while.
Dude, that was so goofy.
Do you know why?
I didn't expect that.
No clue. Maybe I have a high tolerance.
Yeah, why is Red Hood so special in that regard?
Were you corrupted the entire time you were asleep those 30 years?
I think so. I thought I was cured, but guess not.
You said you didn't have much time left. What do you mean?
I meant exactly what it sounds like. I can feel it.
She was supposed to die in Red Ash. Like, she shouldn't even be alive right now.
This is the end of the line. I'm sure of it.
How much time do you have left?
It's like if Captain America got Ligma, and then he went into cryostasis, he would still come out the other side with Ligma intact. The Ligma doesn't go away.
Not sure. A week? At most?
Captain
If I
America
were
did
to
get
guess.
Ligma? Wait, what?
You seem awfully calm
Huh?
about it, all things considered.
I've accepted it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have any regrets, but I've done everything I possibly could. So, with the little time I have left, I'd like to grant you one wish.
I don't wish for anything. Besides, you don't have to go out of your way to help me.
I don't need a grand reason. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to.
She just wants to help the first person she sees. It's classic Red Hood.
And if you don't have a wish, then we can come up with one for you. How does that sound?
But why?
It's like, you know, when you're dying, and you have very little time left. I think the interactions you have with people are more meaningful. And so for Red Hood, it's like, it's just meeting this other person, and suddenly that person becomes her world at that moment, right? It's like the only person you have left to interact with. And so even if they're a stranger, it's definitely worth giving them your attention. It's worth giving them your 100%, right? Because that might be your last interaction. Rapi is once again hit with a sense of deja vu. There have been many times when she received a helping hand. The reasons were multitudinous interest, pity, boredom, or someone's desire to feel superior. Whatever the motivation has been, however, many people have extended a helping hand to her. Rapi did not have disdain for those who wished to help her, but she also harbored no expectations. Interest waned. Pity didn't last. People got busy, fell on hard times, or died. For reasons just as stop using that word! I'm looking this one up. Twice is too much.
Multitudinous.
Multitudinous. It's very numerous, basically, is the definition.
Multitudinous.
Multitudinous. Multitudin dino nuggies. Do most Nikke start out as mass-produced? So, mass-produced Nikkes came after eventually, but like when we had Goddess Squad and everyone like that, they were not mass-produced. They were prototypes. The mass production stuff started happening after their generation, when the Ark realized they just needed more cannon fodder, like more numbers. Unfortunately, the quality of mass-produced Nikkes tends to not be as strong as members of the Goddess Squad, as you might know. They're cutting costs a lot. It's also really like sus how they're actually obtaining these mass-produced Nikkes. We see in Rapi's case that she died when she was a human, and she happened to get caught in like a crowd bombing while she was at a protest. Like she just got hit with a stray explosive and died, and then she became a Nikke. So it wasn't something she signed up for. The Ark just like picked up a random corpse that they were able to use for battle, which is pretty, like, it's pretty morally bad, right? It's like she had no say in this. She's just here, and now she's following orders. Yeah, and then there's Miracle Snow, right? With like the case of Anne, where it's just you have humans that are sick and have some kind of condition, and becoming a Nikke is like their second chance at life, since they can try to rid themselves of those sicknesses and hopefully live a better life, quote unquote. But also, we've seen many times there's cases where Nikkes will still have some lingering part of their humanity left from back when they were actually a human being, whether that's a side effect of the sickness that lives on, or whether it's like a personality trait. They don't exactly erase all of that all the time, right? How very Ark of them to do unethical medical procedures. Yeah, that's classic Ark. It's interesting with the Ark because I understand that a lot of the things that the Ark does is out of desperation, and it is out of the desire to win this war against the Raptures so that things can return to normal and that we could go back to the surface. It's like, I don't blame them necessarily either, but it is very easy to fall into the trap of being like, yeah, like fuck the Ark. There's no one good there. The Ark is not worth protecting, right? When we know there's a lot of people in the Ark that are worth protecting, a lot of people who are putting in the effort. There's also people that are, you know, it's not always black and white. There's a lot of gray in between, which I like about Nikke. This time is no different. It is obvious that death will come, and so, as always, Rapi allows things to unfold.
Fine. Do as you want.
Let's go!
Good. Then what should we try first? I doubt you're gonna come up with a lofty aspiration right away, so why don't we start with where you'd like to go?
Yeah, what's Rapi's desire? Does she have desires?
Is there any famous spots that you've always wanted to visit?
Deja vu once again washes over Rapi. She parses through her memory and issues a response which will allow her to sidestep this venture completely.
The lift.
Huh? Come again?
Yeah, the lift.
Isn't that like the main rapture nest? Or have things changed?
No place has a higher density of raptures.
You call that a famous place? More like infamous. Going there is a one-way ticket to the afterlife. Fine, let's go.
What?
We won't be able to get too close, but we'll be able to see it from afar. If we get a chance, we can try to get closer. Do you know the way? Let's go!
Okay.
Yo, the Red Hood genie? Where they're gonna try to help her out.
Enemy spotted. Engaging.
Dun, dun. Granting Rapi's desires. Kinda reminds me of like Crown. Like Crown, anytime anyone asks anything of her, she will do it. No matter how ridiculous it seems.
Woohoo! It lacked a certain pizzazz.
I think the difference between whether a Nikke becomes special or just becomes mass-produced has to do with brain aptitude qualification or something. Yeah, they have to be compatible. The arc has strong world government energy, except mildly less evil. Makes sense with people in charge. Big wigs of corporations. Don't love Red Hood's voice direction, but got used to it. Red Hood's JP is too good for me to swap. I heard Red Hood's JP voice actor before. She's incredible. I still need to do a full playthrough in Japanese eventually. Random baddie in the middle of a wasteland says she'll grant your wish. What do you do? She might be crazy. She might be corrupted.
So, what do you think?
Rapi takes off the earbuds and thoughts begin to swirl around in her brain.
Do you like it?
It's working properly. The repairs were effective.
Not that, I'm talking about the music. Do you like it?
My favorite Red Hood line is when she's spamming, "My feet keep getting caught in the hem of this dress." It's like the only line I ever hear as she's wearing her alternate outfit with the red dress. It's just like non-stop. Why'd you make this line so long? I was gonna say in your alt account, playing creator JP. It sucks because in my alt account, since I've been trying to breeze through it faster because it's like takes so long, I've just been skipping the story. If I ever do switch languages, I'll probably have to watch them through the archives.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm running 3 accounts at once right now. This is account number 2, and then I also have an account number 3. But I might abandon account number 2 and just have this one strictly for story, because like I think 3 accounts at once is way too much. It's really hard to do all the dailies.
You can be honest.
I don't like it very much.
Then let's listen to something else.
She doesn't like country? It's okay, Rapi. No one does.
No thanks.
Here, try this one.
Country's hard to swallow at times.
You've got to listen to as many different genres as possible to develop a taste for something.
But all you have is country music.
All I got is boomer shit.
Are you done with that?
I was playing Onimush in JP and booted up special mode, and he rocks up in a panda suit. Yeah, there's like an alternate panda outfit. I think Kaede has that one, right? Kaede has one as well, right? Tell that to the rednecks.
I have consumed the minimum amount of calories required, so I am finished.
Yo, optimizing her meals too.
No way! You left the most delicious part.
I do not care about taste.
Open your mouth.
Open your mouth. Oh, she actually opened it.
Have a taste of that.
She put it in her mouth just like that. Red Hood.
Delicious, isn't it?
Red Hood, you fiend.
I'm not sure.
You can't be doing this to other girls on your first date.
Close your eyes and savor it. Just like with the music, you've got to try different kinds of food to develop an appreciation.
Red Hood's like, you gotta slow down, dude. You're moving life too fast right now. Rushing to your death. You gotta stop and appreciate the flowers. She has one of the demon wings, Kaede.
You're good at
That's her
shooting,
alternate outfit.
So why don't we try and introduce some style into the way we shoot? The more outfits you try on, the better. Oh, that hat looks good on you.
Like, Rapi's so optimal, but she's also dry. And so Red Hood's like, dude, I gotta introduce you to sauce. I gotta introduce you to the concept of sauce. You gotta do things a little flashy, live life a little.
You've got to log in plenty of hours of sleep.
Have a
to
little
get the hang of it.
personality.
The way you sleep is so rigid. You look like a corpse. If you want to grow to enjoy conversation, You need to talk more often. Make a joke, and I'll let you know if it's funny.
I don't know if Rapi's ever told a joke to us. In present day, I'm not sure if she has. Like maybe once or twice in like a text message, but even then I can't remember the exact instance.
Fighting is something you'll come to appreciate the more you do it. You're even better at hand-to-hand combat than you are at shooting.
Really? That makes a lot of sense because she does a lot of like hand-to-hand stuff in the story. She's kind of a Dragon Ball character at one point. Hair turns a different color. Starts punching off the raptures.
Red Hood,
Yeah?
I would appreciate it if you didn't force your personal preferences upon me.
What? I'm not forcing anything on you. I'm merely offering suggestions.
The moment I don't enjoy something, you push and never stop.
Alright.
She's getting
So,
irked.
maybe I'm a bit assertive with my suggestions.
She did shove food into her mouth. And she did force her to listen to country music.
It's fine. I don't need any of this.
You really don't have any interests? Nothing in the whole wide world intrigues you?
No.
You sure you don't have some kind of mental problem?
Perhaps I do. But I do not feel any discomfort.
It's not a matter of comfort. If you don't have any thoughts on anything, no likes or dislikes, what's the point of living?
For
I can
real.
live without it.
How can you call that living, though?
When you look at me, am I dead?
No.
Then that means I can live without any of this.
Yeesh! You're really good at getting under people's skin.
I don't even know what I would do if I ran into a person like this. It's like they've closed themselves off from the world, and what they're doing isn't necessarily wrong, but it feels like off somehow. It feels like not the right way to live.
Have you ever considered becoming a commentator? You've certainly got the acid tongue for it.
Fighting game commentary, Rapi? Will it kill?
I'll think about it.
Lies.
Let's continue.
Interesting wake-up decision by Red Hood.
Rapi, do you really want to see the lift?
Of course. I told you.
Rapi be the play-by-play
how to lie.
commentator. Yeah, very objective, very like to the facts, all business. No flavor. Just optimal.
What should the first target be?
I really like that they're spending time together. And then like a lot of this event so far has just been conversation between Rapi and Red Hood. Because Red Hood is such a key part of her development. But also, I wonder how it came to be that they ever fused bodies.
Ooh, it lacked a certain pizzazz.
That's the thing that
I'm
we're going to
satisfied.
have answers by, hopefully, by the end of this event. Is at some point, Rapi and Red Hood fuse and become a single entity. Or rather, two entities in the same body. Had a person in school I knew who was this way.
Here
In
we
some
are.
ways, I might have been their Red Hood. Really? Did you ever convert them? Did you ever get them to become more passionate about interests and hobbies?
It's been ages since I last saw this thing in person. But I can't say that I missed it. You want to try getting a little closer?
If we do that, we'll die.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Isn't this where they fought the Raptures in Old Tales at the end? It's like the lift that takes them up to the moon, the space station.
Holy moly! Are those all raptures? Wild! I wonder what they're hiding over there that warrants such heavy guard. Did you know? I almost went into space on that thing.
No, I didn't know that.
You're a real bore sometimes, Rapi.
She said it! She finally said it! Holy shit. This is the whole time just thinking it inside, trying not to be rude, but now it's like, you know what? Fuck you, Rapi. Fuck you! You're boring, you're shit! Alright, she didn't say it like that. But it must feel nice to actually put it out there.
So, how does it feel to have your wish granted? Do you feel like anything within you has changed?
No.
Feeling emotional? Moved to tears?
No.
Overwhelmed with so much joy that you're gonna bust out laughing?
No.
Feel like you can die without any regrets now?
I've always felt that way.
Alright then. What should we try next?
Next?
Your wish was granted, so now you've gotta make another one.
Is that how it works? You got infinite wishes, lady?
I'm no genie, but I'm sure I've got enough time to grant you up to 3 wishes.
Yo, let's go. The Genie Red Hood arc. Red Hood, voiced by Robin Williams. They had passions and genius, but would actively close himself off to others because he felt he didn't relate to anyone. I was just annoying and thought they would do better with friends, even if they were all weird. Even if we were all weird, turns out they did do better with friends. Nice! Big W, fail canceller. It's a wholesome story.
Come on, what's the next wish? You made up wanting to see this place, didn't you?
You knew?
For someone who says they can't lie, you're awfully good at it. Anyone could see
Yeah.
you were just throwing something out there so that I'd get off your case.
Nice try, she says. He's like, nope, we gotta go on to the next one now.
But you didn't count on me being so almighty, so righteous, so magnificent, and making that outlandish dream come true. So, hurry up and tell me your next wish.
God, Red Hood is so endearing in this event, dude. And again, I really like her voice actor. Like, the voice acting direction for her in this event compared to previous ones is like an improvement.
Incoming fire.
Oh shit.
Even they're mad at how long you're taking to respond.
Even the Raptures hate it.
Do you think so?
How would I know? Duh!
Many of them will be gathering here soon. I believe retreating is the best option.
I don't know. I think we can take them.
Really?
Of course not. That was a joke. Lead the way.
We shouldn't go back the way we came.
Aren't you Goddess
There's too
Squad?
little cover.
I guess there's way too
Let's
many
go another
Raptors. Even for
Fine
her.
by me.
Rapi and Red Hood begin to run.
Giddy up, partner.
She's in country mode. Country
Enemy
lingo.
spotted. Engaging.
I should put Rapi on this team.
Reloading. Lay off the tongue.
Or not Rapi, Red Hood. Wait, I don't have Red Hood on this account. Yeah, this is the secondary account.
Nice.
Oops.
Nothing can stand against my firepower.
Oh, we are out of stamina. Worry not. I have a solution to that. Shoo!
Incoming.
Oh, crap.
The ground shakes, causing the two to stagger. The ground underneath them splits with a resounding crack. Rapi loses her balance, falls into the crevice, and is instantly swallowed by the darkness.
Rapi!
Rapi attempts to lift herself up, but is unable. It is pitch black all around her.
My legs.
Oh shit. She lifts her head and looks up. A light can be seen through the crack. Explosions ring out constantly. I like in all this artwork, Rapi is always portrayed as being colorless. Like Red Hood is full of color, but her, she's just like a sketch. An unfinished sketch.
Rapi, are you okay? Answer me!
Rapi is about to shout back in response, but stops short. Red Hood makes her feel uncomfortable. The way she heedlessly insists on becoming closer friends. Her unsolicited kindness. There had been many like her, but they had all died or become corrupted. They had given Rapi hope for the future, and then abandoned her. Red Hood would be no different from the rest.
Get lost, all of you. I'm busy. Hey! Are you alive down there?
Red Hood.
Rapi once again stops herself from responding. Red Hood was corrupted. She didn't have a week left. She would die. Corruption was incurable. Rapi would probably end up having to pull the trigger herself. She didn't want to do that. Enveloped in the darkness, she curls up in a fetal position, hoping that Red Hood would give up and run away. But the explosions and tremors don't stop. Rapi covers her ears and closes her eyes, but the flashes of light seep through her closed eyelids, and the incessant explosions pierce through her covered ears. She is forced to open her eyes, remove her hands, and look up. Red Hood continues to fight. She has not left her, and keeps checking down into the crevice, hurling an endless string of profanities while also calling for Rapi.
Run away. Leave me behind. Don't give me hope.
It's that Hawkeye gif. Don't give me hope. It's just that. See, at some point, the explosions stop. Rapi remains motionless. The worst case scenario flashes through her mind. She resigns herself to what has happened and curls up once again.
Red Hood.
The sound of a small stone falling to the ground. Rapi opens her eyes wide. Rapi lifts her head and looks up. There, standing in the light, streaming through the crack, is Red Hood.
Phew. Are you alive?
She's so cool! What the hell?
Hey,
Clutched it out.
it's polite not to answer when someone's talking to you.
She never abandoned Rapi.
Red Hood.
Yep, that's me. So you're alive. Great.
Red Hood is no different from all the others. But, for some reason, Rapi begins to think that she might not die or be consumed by the corruption after all.
I have a wish.
Huh? Talk about strange timing.
She got the wish? What is it gonna be?
To be like you.
Yo! Oh, that's what it is! That makes a lot of sense. She sees Red Hood as a role model and an inspiration, and that becomes her reason to go on. That's sick as hell. That makes a lot of sense. She's fucking Goddess Squad, so she's like a hero, right? This is she's a hero in an age where heroes no longer exist. Because Goddess Squad isn't around. The arc is in like the worst state it's ever been. But she is the hero, right? She is like the legendary Goddess Squad.
Tell me, what do I have to do to become like you?
Yo. It's kind of like Cinderella's story in a way. It's like, how do I be sick nasty like you guys? Alright, check it out, chat. We're doing it. We're gonna buy some extra stamina. I think we need, like 2, right? Yeah, because it'd be 5 and 2. Need like 7 more chapters, so whatever we have extra, we'll just spend on replaying the level. Ah, too bad I don't have Red Hood. I got a Rouge. Flash. A series of lights suddenly illuminates the dark space.
What the?
Oh, this is cool. I'm not used to unlocking more of the event early like this, chat. I can get used to this. We're breaking the rules a little bit.
This must be some kind of underground facility.
Apparently,
Where does it connect to?
there's no way to know.
Alright. Stay here for a moment. I'll go check it out.
Where are you going?
Don't worry, I'm a jack of all trades. The only thing I can't really do is repairs.
Then you're not a jack of all trades.
You're not a jack, you're a queen. My queen.
Why do you always have a way of finding the pettiest quibbles? Anyway, this almost certainly isn't a rapture facility. I'll go see if I can find someone to fix you.
The reports say that there aren't any humans left on the surface. There's no way you'll find someone who can help.
So do you want to sit around here and do nothing instead? Even if there aren't any people, I might find some supplies. I'll be back. So be patient and wait here. Unless you want me to carry you.
I'll wait.
Good. Good. Even though it's unlikely, if anything happens while I'm gone, just... call out for me. And I'll come running.
Yo!
Okay.
What a fucking Chad.
Just make sure
So
the cat
reliable.
doesn't get your tongue like it did a few moments ago, alright?
Okay.
Alright, I'll be back.
Red Hood walks off resolutely. Meanwhile, Rapi watches her from behind, somewhat dazed.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
Red Hood continues to walk down an ominous corridor.
Ugh. I hate these kinds of places. They give me the creeps.
Red Hood on the solo dungeon run?
Some music would work wonders for this joint. Huh. It's a door.
Imagine a single-player action game with Red Hood and like Hi-Fi Rush gameplay, where she's like syncing the timing of her attacks to country music. Hi-Fi Rush of Red Hood. A massive iron door blocks Red Hood's path.
Jeez, what's up with this thing? It's gotta be at least 10 meters tall. Wonder if I could break through it. Guess there's only one way to find out.
Red Hood aims her rifle at the towering door. Just as she's about to pull the trigger, steam billows from all sides of the door as it opens slowly.
Should I consider that a welcome?
Whoops. Red Hood heads in through the doorway. Inside, it's both dark and warm.
What a weird place. Hello? Is anybody here?
Yes. Be quiet,
Huh?
will you?
Who the hell is
I hate
this?
noise.
Deep? This is a new character that I've never seen before. What the fuck? They met them down here?
Gah! You scared me.
Is that Red Hood?
Wait, she knows who she is too?
Do you know me?
What?
Of course I do.
Who the heck is this?
Who are you?
I am... No. We are Deep.
We?
How to refer to us? I suppose it would be apt to consider us guardians of the Ark.
What?
Guardians of the Ark?
Correct. I'm afraid I can't tell you much more than that. It's classified.
Let me guess. Central government?
No. I would appreciate it if you thought of us as something more sophisticated.
Are they like an AI like Enoch? Thought it was Arya. They have such a crazy design. What the hell is those floating cube triangle things?
Okay, I will.
Much appreciated.
So, do you run this place?
You could say that, yes.
What is this place?
It is the basement of the lift. This is where the power source of the lift is located.
What are you doing down here though?
No way.
Would you like to see?
In this area surrounded by raptures.
It's right here.
Oh shit! This is the moment where she runs into this? So, we don't really know what happened to Red Hood in this story. But we do know that she eventually saw something that she shouldn't have. at some point, and this was the thing. You could see this in like, I think it appears in one of the chapter artworks, but it's never explained. It's just like, here's a glimpse of this image and you don't know what to make of it. And also, I think it appears in one of the album covers, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, what the fuck is this?
Wait a minute. Is that a rapture core?
Correct. It is called the Ultra-Massive Core.
Not the most creative name out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't like it either.
So, if this thing broke, would the lift be kaput?
Correct. It would no longer be operational.
This thing is what the Raptures use to come down to our world, isn't it?
You are well informed.
Then isn't breaking this thing the answer to all our problems?
If you are referring to the Raptures, you are correct.
So let's start busting this thing up.
No, we cannot. The ultra-massive core is part of a pair. If one breaks, the other will break as well. Right now, they are maintaining a stable resonance with one another from a distance.
Why does that matter? Who cares if they both break?
The other core is inside the Ark.
What? Huh? Wait. What? Is that what's powering the Ark? That's the power source, isn't it? The Ark is powered by a Rapture core. Is that the truth of whatever the central government has been hiding this entire time? Wait, this is huge. What the fuck? This is such a... Wait. So Eleg is part of the squad that researches power and energy in the Ark, and she eventually comes across this information, and it gets to the point where the central government did not like that she found out about this and decided to like wipe her mind over it. They decided to pursue and wipe her mind over it. So it's like really serious that they don't like this information out there. Maiden does not know. Forest MT, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Happy New Year. Oh god, this is crazy. What the fuck? Yeah, Maiden doesn't know, but Eleg eventually found out at one point. But I think she got memory wiped over it. Both Eleg and Trony.
It is being used as the Ark's power source.
Yup. Okay. That is confirmed.
So you're saying...
If you destroy this core, the Ark's core will be destroyed as well.
What the fuck? What is this?
All those people will be trapped underground. All of their infrastructure will cease to function in an instant.
Yeah.
They will be doomed to die.
Nothing would work after.
Humanity will be wiped out.
Can't even take the elevator up anymore after that.
I'm not entirely sure I follow.
In the near future, this area will be further fortified. It will not be possible for anyone to trespass upon this place, by accident or otherwise, as you have. If you wish to exterminate the Raptures, the Ark must be sacrificed.
What the fuck?
Sacrifice the Ark?
Destroying this core will eradicate the Raptures, yes. But humanity will also perish. Ironically, the key to victory may well lie in finding a way to abandon the Ark. Although, I am not sure if that will be possible.
We can win if we destroy the Ark.
Oh. Oh, dude. Dude. There was a time in the main story where Rapi gets the Red Hood buff, like she transforms into Red Hood temporarily. And then basically she talks about it with Ingrid afterwards. They win the fight or whatever. They come back home to discuss what happened. Ingrid's like, hey, so did Red Hood tell you anything? And then Rapi says something like the same thing she always said. Destroy the Ark. So this was what Red Hood meant the whole time. This was what it meant to destroy the Ark. Destroying the Ark would mean destroying the Raptures as well, which would end the war, which would end the conflict. Yeah, this was the missing piece that we did not have for the longest time. Holy shit. I didn't expect this much like lore to appear in this event. I thought it would be just like a interpersonal, like Rapi trauma dumping struggle, but this is kind of huge. The thing is, does Rapi know about this? Like, or is this only told from Red Hood's side? Because if Rapi knows the truth of this, then it's kind of like a huge deal.
How do you know who I am?
Yeah, what the hell? Who is this character? Is she human? Is she Nikke? Is she AI?
It would be rather strange for me not to be familiar with the Goddess Squad.
She knows about
Oh.
Red Hood.
I thought you had been disposed of due to corruption, but it appears I was mistaken. You do still seem to be affected by corruption, however.
You're good. Are you a doctor?
More or less. But it is rather peculiar. Decades have passed, and yet you are still alive. How is that possible?
It's weird because this character doesn't seem antagonistic or anything like that. They don't come off as any kind of villain. It's just a character that sees the bigger picture.
Who knows? Maybe I'm just built differently.
She's built different though.
Huh.
That's crazy.
Are you
That's
attempting
Chad
to
as
heal
hell.
your comrade who fell through the fissure?
She saw that too.
That's right. You were watching everything?
Well, this is an important place. I see everything. Since it is you, I'll let you live. Were you anyone else, you would already be dead.
Holy crap.
Sounds like you have experience with this sort of thing.
And so Red Hood's she's being given the special treatment at the moment, huh?
That I do. At least a few dozen times.
Seems more curious than antagonistic, aside from her big old titties. Tiggle bitties. Yeah, she says she is the guardian of this area. And she also says that this is going to be like the last time, or one of the last times, anyone's ever going to infiltrate this place. Because they're eventually going to wall it off and build like a whole like fortress out of it. Like no one's going to ever get this close to the Rapture core again. What's it called? The Ultra Massive Core? It had some really generic name. Yeah. I think it's like Ultra Massive Core.
Let's go. I can fix a broken leg rather easily.
What does DEEP stand for? Is it an abbreviation?
Alright. Thanks.
Red Hood stares at the ultra massive core behind her for a brief moment before walking away. We're gonna walk away. That's, oh man. It's crazy. Cause like here's this insanely important like artifact or object in the story that has severe consequences if we destroy it, but also we're told immediately that we cannot destroy it, and that there are a lot of bad things that will happen if we do. Red Hood and Deep look at Rapi, who's asleep.
Hey, Rapi. I brought someone to fix...
Quiet. Nothing good will come out of her seeing me.
Then what about me?
You do not have long left to live, so it doesn't matter.
She's like, you're not going to be around for long anyway.
You certainly don't sugarcoat anything.
Let me check on your friend's condition.
Deep squats down and examines Rapi, placing her hand on Rapi's head and chest. Okay, Deep is the one. I am pretty sure Deep is the one that's going to fuse Rapi and Red Hood into a single body. She's the only one who who can at this point. We have found the last missing piece.
Huh. this is a mass-produced model.
Also, doesn't Red Hood and Rapi remind you of Zack and Cloud from Final Fantasy VII? Don't they have the same kind of vibe? It's like, here's a guy that looks up to the other guy, and then like the other guy's like teaching him how to like really live life and everything like that. All they're missing now is a scene where they're both riding on the back of a truck, like a pickup truck, and then it would be complete. Peak Zack and Cloud experience.
My goodness, there's really nothing inside her. Frankly, I'm stunned at how little there is.
Are you talking about her chest? I mean, sure, she's flat, but I don't think it's that bad.
Is Rapi flat in this mass manufacture body?
Quiet.
Are we gonna implant Red Hood's boobs onto the new body? Deep goes silent, seemingly deep in thought.
What are you doing?
I haven't worked on either mass-produced models or Grim models before.
Worked? Who are you?
This could be a good opportunity.
You aren't going to fix her?
With the twin cores, the only outcome is mutually assured destruction. We have to leave the possibility of coexistence open.
What are you talking about?
Sleep for a while.
A golden light bursts from Deep's hand. Red Hood loses consciousness and collapses to the ground. Holy shit! She could do that? She's got some guillotine tech, like she could just disrupt whatever wavelengths are running in our bodies?
Perhaps I should take a look at the corruption's progression. I might be able to help.
Yeah, can she delay the corruption by any chance? Deep places her hand on Red Hood's head.
No, not possible. It's too far along.
Shit. Stage 4 corruption. There is no stage 5. Somehow I don't like how EN was translated. In JP in Korean, Grimm's is a title, Fairy Tales is a model name, which makes more sense. I think it's yeah, I feel like in the cases that I've seen, they've kind of switched between them interchangeably a little bit. Yeah, it's like Grimm's fairy tale model.
However, the nymph is continuing to fight, despite the corruption. Eventually, they will both destroy one another. Having said that, she possesses a most incredible will. It's hard to believe. It's a miracle that she's endured as long as she has. It is a pity we did not meet sooner.
No! But also, who are you? Why do you look like some kind of tech wizard? Like a sage?
Are you awake?
What the... When did I fall asleep?
Hey Rapi, did you meet anyone earlier? Was there another person?
I just woke up too.
Nope.
What? Right. Your leg.
What are you so frantic for? Didn't you fix it for me?
Nope.
Huh?
Red Hood stares at Rapi's leg. It is fully intact, with no trace of any damage.
Huh? When did that happen?
How would I know? I was unconscious.
My
Did she get
head
her
feels
memory
kind of
wiped?
Funny.
Does she remember meeting Deep?
I get it. I must have instinctively mastered the art of repairing.
No, she forgot Deep. Deep did the fucking Men in Black memory wipe on us. She stuck up a little stick and went like, and then we forgot everything.
I told you I was a jack of all trades.
Oh, fuck me, dude. That's even worse.
Right. I think so too.
Wait, but then Red Hood still has to know about destroying the Ark, because she relays that message to Rapi later on, right? So she has to remember eventually. It's like a tech nun.
Position okay. Starting right away.
Cyber tech nun.
With all this modern technology, the old is so obsolete.
This shit's crazy. This lore is going crazy. I have no idea what's happening, but it's all very interesting. We actually don't know anything about the civilization before the Rapture invasion. Yeah, like what are Raptures even? Are they? Did they come from space? Were they invented by us? Why do we have a Rapture core at the center of the arc? Someone knows something. So the destroy the arc might be subconscious, because Red Hood didn't mention any of this shit when she was walking around. Yeah, well, like when she wakes up, right? When she wakes up, she doesn't exactly make it a point to bring it up like it was an important fact. For the most part, she's just kind of chilling. You know, meeting up with old friends and shit like that.
Modern technology.
Going to her hometown.
Reload, reload, reload.
I have so many questions. It's like the more you delve into the story of Nikke, the more you realize there's like,
I will never
it really
fall.
isn't black or white with the human versus Rapture conflict. There's like something more going on. She didn't even tell Dorothy, who would have been very interested. Right,
Too slow.
right.
If I speed up, my shooting will become too unstable.
Yeah, I wonder if she just didn't remember.
Then keep practicing until your shooting is stable.
It feels inefficient to shoot while moving.
Then don't do it. You said you wanted to be like me, didn't you? I was more than happy to pass down my secret techniques. But alas, I
Yeah,
have been cursed with an unwilling student.
Red Hood actually can shoot and move at the same time. Like when she was fighting Cinderella, she was just like schmoving and jumping all over the place.
It appears my legacy dies here.
Fine.
She's doing 360
try.
no scopes and shit.
Good student. Go on, move. We don't have time.
This is also something that leads into Rapi's overarching story arc, right? Because Rapi wants to be like Red Hood, but she can't become Red Hood. She is not Red Hood and not as talented. She can't become like her hero, right? Exactly. She has other things that she's good at. But
So,
no one can copy
your wish is to
becoming
become
a person
like
to that extent.
me? I didn't mishear you, did I?
She really
No.
starts to struggle with that idea.
You heard me correctly. Don't you think you're being a bit greedy? To become as versatile, strong, beautiful, and even-tempered as me
So
is a
modest.
big ask.
So modest is Red Hood. Rapi can't be Red Hood, but she can become Rapi Red Hood. I find that name so funny, by the way, because it kind of betrays the entire idea of her story arc. It's like the whole thing they tell you in the story is like, hey, I don't need to become like you, Red Hood, because I am my own person kind of thing. And then her SSR comes out and it's just labeled Rapi Red Hood. I just thought that was funny. I did like like someone brought this up, but Rapi Red Hood, if you abbreviate it, is RRH, which also can be an abbreviation for Red Riding Hood. So I'm like, oh, actually, you know, maybe we can keep it. I like RRH. Also, hey, what's up, Wanderwaves? Happy New Year. Hope the New Year's been treating you well. Welcome in. Super Saiyan God was taken, yeah. And
It'll be
Super Saiyan
quite the
God Super
challenge.
Saiyan.
I'm aware of that.
But you can't become me, Rapi.
Yeah, dude!
You'll always be you.
She tells her from frame one. Red Hood solved this issue years ago, decades ago. Rapi just never listened to what she was truly saying.
No, I'm nothing. So I can become you.
She's like, actually, watch me try.
Yikes.
Yikes. I don't say it too often, but yikes.
All right. Then may I ask you why you want this?
I don't think you will die or lose your sanity. I know that you are in the late stages of corruption and don't have much time left. But I simply can't conjure up that image of you.
My heroics have got you mesmerized.
I don't think you're entirely wrong there.
Oh, What's gotten into you?
Are you coming on to me?
Do you want to become a hero?
When I was very young and still human, I was bedridden.
Yeah, dude, I remember now. Remember this aspect of Rapi was when she was a kid in the hospital? She used to gush about, like, heroic Nikkes. Hearing about Nikkes go to the surface and fight off the raptors, she used to always get so excited about that.
All I could do was watch TV. Watching Nikkes was the only thing that brought me joy.
Damn, that's her passion. Young Rapi was cringe!
I thought they were amazing. Goddesses of victory, fighting for humanity.
Dude, that's so sick. So when Rapi says she wants to be a goddess of victory and shit in the main story, she actually means it from the bottom of her heart. It wasn't just a cool line that she recited at the moment, but something that she feels deeply inside.
But the day I became a Nikke, I kept hearing all this information about how Nikkes weren't goddesses of victory. Before long, I experienced that truth firsthand.
Right. Everything that has been going on since she became a Nikke betrays the idea of what she expected. It's like an expectations versus reality moment that hit her. It's like, hey, maybe it's not all as grand as you think it is, and that a lot of it was like propaganda and shit, right?
It wasn't just me. All the Nikkes I met were the same.
Need to talk to these Nikkes about bust sizes? They called her flat when they're huge? Yeah! I mean, I think she's even, like... She's probably even bigger in her new body, right?
Far from goddesses of victory, they were terribly human.
They weren't
Pitiable
goddesses of victory, they
weak
were cringe!
creatures.
They were not based at all.
But you are different.
You are built different, Red
You
Hood.
are the goddess of victory that I envisioned.
You are
when
the
I was
goddess of
young.
victory, Nikke.
Unbreakable, beautiful, in defiance of death.
Yo?
You embody all of those things.
This is the most honest Rapi's ever been with her feelings.
I don't think I'm as great as you think I am.
I think you are.
Fine. I'll help you. I will pass on everything I have to you. This will be the last thing I do before I leave this world. What a dramatic development.
So she does agree to become like her sensei, her master, her mentor. Present.
This is hard.
It is. It's not something you can master in a day or two.
How did you practice?
I didn't practice. I was like this from the start.
That's not exactly helpful advice.
She's just too talented.
I told you. We're on different levels.
Yeah, dude, it's like you either have it or you don't, right?
Now, keep going. I've always enjoyed the saying that effort surpasses talent.
But she still believes.
Watch over me.
Yeah, it could be a struggle, right? Teaching someone to improve in their skill. But sometimes things just don't click, no matter how much you try to force it. Having like an innate talent carries you really far. Red Hood giving that shitty All Might advice? Is it bad advice?
Nothing can stand against my firepower.
I like her positivity at least. At least she's playing along with the idea. I don't even know how much she thinks or believes Rapi can become like her, but she's cooperating, right? She's being a genie. All Might, how do I control one for all? I don't know, I just did it. Have you tried just doing it? Plus Ultra, this country music.
Red Hood.
Rapi, in order to become like me, you need to listen to more country music.
Yeah?
Why did you help me?
What? Where is this coming from?
You woke up after 30 years. You could have searched for your old squad mates. Or completed something you weren't able to finish before.
I considered that.
I want to see like a training montage of Rapi and Red Hood training. And it's just like scenes from like Kill Bill and shit. Rapi doing a 1-inch punch. Or trying to pick up a bowl of rice with her bare hands. And then Red Hood just slaps it out of her hands. Like, no, use your chopsticks. You're civilized, not a beast.
But I parted ways with my squad mates pretty gracefully. So I feel my story with them came to a satisfying conclusion.
Just wait till you meet Dorothy in a few decades. It's not going to be so satisfying then.
Besides, they're all probably busy with other things right now. I'm not worried about them. I'm sure they're doing well on their own.
It sucks because, like, I'm sure she wants to meet them again, but it's like, they've already said goodbye. And she probably doesn't want to keep appearing in their lives as someone who eventually has to pass away and become corrupted, right? Like, she probably wants to meet Snow a lot.
Also, there's
Instead, she's here stuck with Rapi.
Them anyway.
So low-key, after meeting Red Hood, Rapi was actually a pretty accomplished Nikke. Yeah, she was a survival Nikke for sure. Like, she had survived all these different skirmishes. The problem was she had a bad reputation attached to it. And she was more seen as like a bad omen than someone that was necessarily heroic or like a goddess of victory, right? She wasn't winning the war, she was just surviving it. And that wasn't enough. Maybe you are the real Shift Up Corporation's Nikke goddess of victory, Rapi.
So I decided to help the person.
Yeah, dude, when is Rapi gonna meet Absolute? Because they were in the trailer for this event. I saw like a cool image of Unwa in a gas mask. When's gas mask Unwa?
Who acts like if she died tomorrow, she wouldn't feel any remorse.
I still feel that way.
Foolish student. Why do you choose to live life so half-heartedly? Go live your life. Living is a wonderful thing. If you keep living, you'll find something. I guarantee it.
I feel like it says a lot too when the person telling you to live your life is someone that's about to die. Or someone that has survived the brink of death multiple times. Like, they understand the value of living on, right? Red Hood knows her shit. Gas Mask Unwa's peak. I like it more than her actual outfit. Yeah, dude, she would be so cool if that was like a thing they expanded on.
Not least of all because you'll be a bona fide graduate of the Red Hood Academy.
The RH Academy? That has a nice ring to it.
Tell me more about your squad mates.
Yeah, tell them about the Goddess Squad. You'll be the only one who knows because apparently central government decided to sweep it all under the rug.
Why? So you can go find
Ever
them
since
and
the
ask them to be
Oswald
your
stuff
squad
happened, right?
mates?
In Old Tales.
I knew it.
Also, hey, Village's Hope, welcome in. Happy New Year. How's it going?
I won't tell you. They're mine. I can say this much, though. They were strong. In many ways.
She won't even share their story? She's like, no, it's my precious memory.
They're the type where it was impossible to imagine them bending or breaking, like you say about me.
Do you think I'll ever have my own squad mates like that?
You'll have to become unbendable first.
You'll have some squad mates, alright. You'll get some silly ones. You'll get a couple goobers, for sure.
Birds of a feather flock together.
All right.
So keep at it. To be honest, the first order of business is working on that boring personality of yours.
I will try.
You're so boring! You just imagine Red Hood just groaning. Happy New Year, wish you luck and happiness. Yeah, you too! Hope you have a nice year ahead. You got any exciting plans for the upcoming year? Personally, I'm hoping to stream a lot of Nikke, because I've discovered that I really like this game. Like, I adore this game. I gush about this game as a grown man. It's very rare that I ever find a game that I'm this, like, enamored with. Love Nikke. Rapi, no one's meant to be alone. You'll find friends one day. It's the Rapi, the soul speech.
It's a shame I never got to visit my hometown.
There's this funny image I saw on the internet of Rapi is like standing in like a meadow, and then Red Hood's like image is in the sky looking down on her, and she's just saying like, have sex. Have sex, Rapi. Live your life to the fullest. Love this game so much. Nice. So I started playing during Last Kingdom of last year, around the 1.5 anniversary event. So I'm a pretty new player still. I consider myself a kind of baby, but I'm caught up in the story as far as chapter 34 and all that stuff. I'm starting to get into the more competitive side of it too, with doing like solo raids and union raids and stuff like that to try to like build the best teams for the highest score. I'm getting really into Nikke. It's going to be a constant for this year, I think, as far as streaming stuff goes. Have sex, face cowboy. Red Hood's last words to Rapi. Get laid, Rapi.
Where is your hometown?
And Rapi did get laid.
I don't know.
Or she hopes to get laid.
I have no idea where we are.
I'm sure she'll lay with the commander eventually if current events keep up, because they've been getting pretty close.
I can find out.
It's fine. I'm too scared to go. What if it's gone?
Even so, I think you should at least try to visit.
Nah, we don't have time for that.
Nah.
What was your hometown like?
Just an ordinary village.
Yeah, because that was her last wish, right? That was the thing that she ends up doing in chapter 25 when Red Hood comes back temporarily. Rapi makes it a point to like try to get her back to the hometown before taking her body back. Fuck. Red Hood's come back a few times, but I think she might be gone for good now. Like, this might truly be the last time we see her in a story event. Outside of, like, Rapi obtaining her powers temporarily or whatever. Minuet, thank you so much for the follow. Happy New Year, welcome in. Hi.
Nothing special.
How are you?
Like any old village you find anywhere. Although, that makes me miss it even more. Don't think too hard about it.
Home is where the heart is, man.
Anyway.
Even if your home is a boring ass place, it's still home.
Let's get
Still
some
has
sleep.
sentimental value. Oh, you're from
Why
YouTube?
aren't
Are you
getting
Village's Hope?
this?
Yeah, thank you for following on Twitch. I normally stream on Twitch and then I rebroadcast to YouTube as a way to keep all the VODs archived. So YouTube's a little more inactive, but yeah, hope you like it here. Welcome in.
You run, make a sharp turn, and then you aim and shoot.
This gun's center of mass makes that kind
Jump
of
and
movement
shoot, man.
impossible.
Jumping and shooting.
The Red Hood style does not discriminate against any type of firearm. Foolish student.
Why is she getting so sensei-esque? Sensei-y. The Red Hood style from the Red Hood Academy.
You try it.
Give me that.
You do it then. See how nice you are. Red Hood takes Rapi's gun, sprints at full speed, makes a sharp turn, and fires all in one smooth motion. A tightly clustered grouping of bullet holes appears neatly in the center of the training target. Yo, she fucking shut you up! Rapi was getting all frustrated. She's like, dude, I can't do this one frame link. This is so stupid. Why is it one frame? This is impossible to do consistently. And then Red Hood just does it first try.
You see, it's because your movements are too predictable.
Red Hood can pull off consistent electric wind god fists without even thinking about it.
Have you ever heard of the sentiment, think outside of the box and you'll get better results?
No, I haven't.
That's hard for Rapi. She's never been the type to think outside the box. She's not what I would consider a creative fighter.
Alright, now that the master has given you a demonstration, all that's left is to practice.
Roger.
Yeah, you know when a glitch, you know when like top fighting game players give advice, or like top players of any game give advice, and it's usually like the worst advice ever because you can't relate to it. It's like, oh yeah, I just kind of like feel it out. I just kind of do it based on feel. You just gotta feel it out, man. Yeah, you'll be fine. It's like, I've been feeling it out for 6 years. Feeling it out is not working. Don't tell me to feel it out. Yeah, you could sniff out the low. You can just, you know, it's all intuition and experience. It's like the worst. Yeah, just block low, react to the mid.
You need to be bolder. That means you can't
Just-
simply follow the manual.
Just draw the rest of the owl, you know?
You need to catch the enemy off guard.
Won't that make it hard for our allies to react?
In situations like that, you've got to have faith that your allies will come in clutch.
That's easier said than done.
Rapi's never had allies that she can depend on that hard for fighting. Everyone's died. She thinks of allies as fragile creatures that will probably die in the battlefield, right? This is why coaches still make money on Metafy. the coaches will always live on.
This applies
As people
to more than
continue
combat,
to
by the
struggle.
way. The same can be said for nearly every aspect of life. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you need to trust your gut. Have you ever done that?
Red Hood doesn't need frame data. She has raw skill.
Yes,
Oh, really?
I struck a Nikke who was speaking ill of me.
Oh, she did do that! She fucking popped her in the mouth! It was the best top Rapi moment.
You?
And I don't exactly remember when, but I once gave a present to a squad mate.
Wait, she doesn't remember when? How long has it been? What do you mean you don't remember when? You're talking about Rio, giving her the Tetra ticket that lets her become an idol, right?
You?
If that's all you're going to keep saying, then I won't continue.
Dang, she's actually buried her memories a lot
Oh,
then.
sorry. So, how do you feel when you
I used
did that?
Manify before and I skyrocketed in SF6, so it does work, huh? Who was the coach you used?
I felt proud.
Ha! You see, how is it that you know all that but somehow ended up such a square?
Dude, Rapi's made such efforts in like the last like couple of chapters. She was so closed off before, and then ever since she started idolizing Red Hood, she's starting to actually express herself and share her feelings in a way that can be understood. Like she's not, it's not like she's talking to it's not like talking to a wall with her anymore. Loki can't remember, it's been a while since it was near the launch of SF6. It's pretty popular for SF6. That's interesting.
You need to try living like that all the time. If it's difficult, try to force yourself.
I'm definitely more closer to the Red Hood type of thinking than I am with Rapi. Like, there's a lot of things that I would rather just do naturally or instinctively or based on experience rather than try to break it down logically.
It'll help a lot.
In what way?
I don't know. Try it. You'll find out.
Why did you become a Nikke?
You go first.
I didn't have a choice.
Yup.
I lost consciousness, and when I came to, I was already a Nikke.
I died in a protest as part of an unforeseen casualty. It's like, why, if you ever do another hobby or instrument, why private lessons are expensive? They're normally worth the cost if you want to get better. I guess I've never found the value, just personally, in having stuff coached to me because I enjoy the aspect of doing it myself. Like, I feel there's inherent value to solving an issue that you can't solve on your own or are struggling to. Because it feels better once you overcome that hurdle. Like, I don't want to be told the answer. I'd rather just, like, figure it out on my own, you know? I like looking through my own stuff, replaying situations, and understand more. Yeah, and I understand it's like, sometimes that's not realistic for everyone. They might not have the time to do it. They might not have the mental capacity to endure doing that method of learning things, right? It's like hitting a wall until it breaks. But yeah, it's always been for me like, it's kind of like, I'd rather die to millennia 1,000,000 times and finally beat her on the millionth and first try. And that would mean much more to me than looking up like a YouTube guide when I'm struggling and being like, oh, okay, that's what I need to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, it really just comes down to time versus money. And time is limited.
Same as me.
Yeah, coaching's there for a reason. In any type of skill, any type of profession, there's always going to be a demand for people
That's
who are
surprising.
trying to get there as a shortcut, right?
Really? I was what you could
It's
call
ultimately a resource that's highly demanded. She was a hoodlum, the Red Hood.
My entire life revolved around avoiding work and hanging out with my friends, causing trouble.
Get what you pay for, essentially. I just wing everything till enough things click that I can say, I can sort of do the thing now. Let us experiment, silly it up. Yeah. There's a lot of value in doing things on your own too, I feel, because the experience is not something that... Like, experience is irreplaceable, right? You could be coached on something, but it wouldn't ever match having the experience and the naturally ingrained intuition that you get from doing it for so long.
Then I got into an accident and ended up dead. When I woke up, I had been turned into a Nikke. Apparently, I had been a suitable candidate.
So she was a hoodlum, causing trouble, and then ended up dead in an accident somehow. Doesn't exactly tell us the details.
How do you feel about living as a Nikke?
I don't have a passionate sense of duty or anything. I simply thought that since this was how things had turned out, I might as well put my best foot forward. Turns out I was a good fit for it after all. Plus, you couldn't have asked for better squad mates than the ones I got.
True.
So...
It was the best
having worked
squad.
that
The best of
hard,
times.
You know,
The glory
this
days.
is the first time I've ever talked about any of this.
Yeah, she's been kind of private about her past too.
Anyway, the thing I ended up thinking most often of all was, let's beat the Raptures. My squad mates really influenced me a lot. There's a saying that really summed up my life then. My existence was made complete by the existence of others.
Ayo.
Your squad mates.
Try and be friends with them as much as you can. They'll prove invaluable. Mark my words. Besides, it gets awful lonely going solo.
And she knows all about that.
I'm hitting the sack. Sleep tight.
She's been going nothing but solo for the last entire arc of Red Ash, right?
Red Hood,
What is it? I'm going to sleep.
if you're trying to sleep, wouldn't it be better to turn off the music?
What's the big deal? It's nice to listen to it as you doze off.
Nice white noise country music.
I don't agree.
Don't worry. You'll like it eventually once you listen to it enough.
Any good coach will tell you to practice on your own because they know that you still need the experience, and then coaches are also a fast track to get feedback. Yeah, I mean, they have expertise. I think there is no replacement for practice for sure. Also, Salar, what's good? Welcome in. The sack. The sack? It's also mentality in general. Like, I've been training my friend up since he started Strive, and like, he was definitely at a wall for a bit. I told him X, Y, and Z, especially his habits, and bro was not having it. And I'm like, dude, he got someone to VOD review him, and they literally told him the same thing and suddenly changed his tune. That's funny. That's kind of interesting. It's like, if it works, it works, but it seems like there definitely is an art to teaching people. I've seen a lot, like, as someone who's tuned into a lot of fighting game streams of people playing for the first time, I've seen a lot of bad fighting game advice, right? Like, coaching is not something that everyone can get good at. It's not a skill that everyone has. And the ability to break things down and explain things and get people to process things in a way that's understandable is valuable. I'm still annoyed at that. Yeah, it's like, dude, I told you the same thing. Certain messages need to be heard from certain people in my experience. That's so funny.
You've got talent.
It's like, I told you X, Y, and Z, but I don't have like a fucking... I'm not a fighting game PhD guy, so you didn't believe me. You're just like, fart noises coming out of their mouth.
You're learning fast.
Could it be
Yeah, I
because
needed a
started
pro
without any
TM to tell him.
preconceptions?
Maybe. Let's see. Next, you have to go back to the Ark.
Huh?
It's time for us to part ways, my friend.
No, not now.
What? But there's still time.
Come on. I'll see you off.
Wait, why now? We haven't learned all the sick 360 no-scope tech yet.
No, not yet.
There's still so much Rapi has to learn from her.
Rapi, it's over now. You know that.
Maybe she's running out of time.
Let's go.
Yeah, how long have they been gone?
Position okay.
How long have they been gone?
Starting right away.
Really needed a pro to tell you jump too much? The more you talk about it, the more mad I'm getting, Glitch. Like, hey, what the fuck, man? Just listen to me, dude. Armed and dangerous! What up, Dark? Thanks so much for the 53 months. Happy New Year. Again!
Oh, that was easy.
Again! As Rapi and Red Hood walk together, neither of them says a word. Only the sound of music can be heard. Rapi desperately tries to think of a topic of discussion, but nothing comes to mind.
Rapi?
Rapi is startled by Red Hood's interjection.
What are you so startled for? You didn't do anything, did you?
No, it's nothing.
Rapi realizes that she is stuttering.
How long until we reach the Ark?
The Ark. How long?
Come on, get a hold of yourself.
She's so shooken up.
Red Hood, let's go to your hometown. You said you wanted to visit it, didn't you?
Yeah, we gotta do some side quests on the way back. Why rush to the main objective?
Forget it. I told you. I don't even know where it is.
Red Hood's like, get lost, loser. You're cramping my style.
I'll find it. Tell me everything
I gotta go
you can
die in
remember.
peace.
We can find it.
Gotta go get corrupted in peace.
It's okay.
Maybe Red Hood feels it's her time soon, and like, if she sticks around any longer, Rapi's gonna have to be the one to kill her, right? Once the corruption takes over, someone has to put her out, and Rapi's the only one around. And that's probably not a good ending. Suddenly, an old memory of Rapi's resurfaces. It's okay. A magical word that makes people reflect on what they've done. Oh man, the Rio advice? Yeah, the magical word advice. Actually, was it Rio or was it Sarah? Who gave the advice with the it's okay?
Rapi?
What have I done? This time wasn't supposed to be for me. It was additional time that was miraculously given to you. All I did was think about myself.
Hey,
Red Hood gives Rapi a light slap on the back. Yeah, she feels bad. It's like, this is this person's dying moment, and all she did was use it for sick-ass training montage. It's like, she feels bad all of a sudden. Yeah.
it's okay.
It's okay. Fuck. She's learning social skills. She's picking up on social cues. Our girl is growing so fast.
You've got it all wrong. Pull yourself together. This was all my own decision.
True.
Stop spiraling.
But you're...
Red Hood didn't regret this time.
I'm not unhappy. I've let it all go. I told you. It was fun when I thought about how I was training my own successor. Now let's go! Foolish disciple.
Hell, if I'm dying too, and I got like a bunch of sick tech to pass down, I'd probably like get excited about passing it on to a successor as well. Those are your last moments, and whatever you like don't pass on dies with you forever, right? So her passing on all of this stuff to Rapi is like her way of preserving herself. Like a part of her continues to live on in Rapi.
Come on! I said let's go!
Yeah, so that's probably why she doesn't mind either. My OS tech dies with me. Save that shit for nationals? How about save that shit to the grave? Red Hood keeps walking and Rapi follows. Neither of them says anything. Oh man. That's so relatable. I feel like I've had this type of moment as well where it's like you gotta say goodbye to someone that you know you're not gonna see for a while, but you don't have anything to tell them. So then all you do is you're just walking together in silence or whatever on the way to wherever you need to go to depart. And it's like time ends up feeling like extra fast when that happens.
I'm not into doing the hitting myself, though.
Like, man, there's so much other stuff we could have done.
With all this modern technology, you already seem so obsolete.
This is a good arc, man. Good event. We're getting a lot of quality time with Rapi and Red Hood. We even got a bunch of lore stuff.
Woohoo! It lacked a certain
Looks like we got like
pizzazz, but I'm satisfied.
2 to 3 chapters left. Rapi stares at Red Hood's back. Red Hood doesn't seem to feel any hesitation, concern, or sadness. Rapi doesn't take her eyes off of her for 1 second, trying to engrave the image of Red Hood in her memory. For hours they walk.
Phew. I'm getting a little tired.
Her eyes are red again.
Let's rest for a bit before continuing.
Oh shit.
Sure.
Rapi has a gut feeling. This is really the end. Red Hood leans against an old building, showing clear signs of fatigue. Rapi doesn't know when it started, but Red Hood's eyes are stained red. Fuck!
Dang. This is really tuckering me out. Must be getting old.
Do you want something to drink?
No, you go ahead.
Red Hood did sense that it was her time.
Rapi,
And this is like a last-ditch effort
go now.
to get Rapi back home.
This is as far as I go.
No!
I'm not leaving you.
A wolf dies at the bottom of the well?
Nikke's who are
Not like
corrupted aren't
this.
even their closest friends. You know that. It's embarrassing to admit.
You have nothing to be ashamed of.
You know you can't shoot me. You're planning to die with me? Is that it? I made myself very clear before. You have to go live. So go!
I will shoot. I'll live.
Alright, do it then.
Can she shoot? I don't know if she can.
Have you found something to aspire towards?
Yes.
Don't do anything you'll regret. I'm not really as great as you make me out to be.
Whether you are great or not doesn't matter. You're a good person. That's undeniable. So I want to be like you.
Poor Rapi. This is like the first person she's truly close to this level. And she's got to say goodbye in like the worst possible way.
Thank you.
Yeah, the piano music's killing me too. It's fucking me up too, Glitch.
But you know what?
Oh man.
You're a good person too. I was pretty lucky to have met someone like you along the way.
Fucking Red Hood hits her with the, you know what, Rapi? You were my hero. Academia. Red Hood scrunches her fist and extends it out.
I've passed on everything I know to you. You'll have to take it from here.
The fist bomb?
I will.
No, she's tearing up! Her voice is cracking. Red Hood gives...
It's a real bummer.
Or Rapi gives Red Hood a
you
fist bump.
behind like this, you know?
Without a word, Rapi places the earbuds in Red Hood's ears. Then presses play on the cassette player. No! Wait, is this really how they're gonna go out?
Good. This is really good.
What about the fusion? When are they gonna fuse? I thought the fusion was supposed to happen. Where's Deep?
I'm going.
I thought Deep was gonna fuse them. Red Hood's eyes closed. Yo, she's fucking dying in the fucking Ashita no Joe pose. She's got no more rounds left in her. All we're missing is the blue lighting, and then it's just Ashita no Joe. Red Hood's eyes close and never opens again. No. No. Oh, fuck me. Not like this.
No.
For that entire week, Rapi exists as if in a dream. In that week, she experienced more than she had her entire life prior. Rapi clutches onto Red Hood's lifeless body and cries. Fuck. Screams, cries more. After some time, Rapi ceases to move as well. Even after the seasons change, one after the other, Rapi doesn't move. Seasons come and go, and Rapi never moves an inch. Yo. She's just frozen in that state?
Engaging with enemy. Commander, stay behind me.
Hey, at least she didn't have to shoot her. It seems like she just passed off
How heavy your burden.
in a pretty peaceful way, all things considered. We didn't hear a gunshot or anything.
Let's push them around a little bit.
Nothing can stand against my firepower.
Okay, fuck, we gotta recollect ourselves. This is... that was a lot. Okay, let's go. Yeah, the fade to black gunshot, the Nikke special. That shit hits every time. Wait, hang on. Rapi opens her eyes. There is no one in her arms.
Red Hood?
Wait, what? Rapi looks around. There is nothing. Rapi quickly stands up. Breathing heavily, she frantically looks around the area.
Where? Could she really be alive?
Did they fuse? Rapi suddenly feels a sense of calm. She places her hand on her chest. Her mind feels at peace. Red Hood was dead. However, despite that, she feels as if she is still with her somehow.
I will become you.
Rapi begins to walk.
Let's go back to the Ark.
Ark, Elysian headquarters. Two people walk speedily down a hallway.
What's her status?
Surprisingly normal.
Yo, that's a sick-ass color palette. What the hell?
How long has it been?
Over 4 years.
Yo! Also, hi, Ingrid. What the hell? How old are you, Ingrid? You're looking pretty young, just like present day.
I can't believe it. Have you checked the combat data?
Yes, it seems there have been more than 300 battles over the past 4 years.
300, not 30.
Yes, 300. And that's only the number of large-scale engagements she took place in. If we include all encounters with raptures, it's more than 3 times that.
What the hell? Are they like looking through Rapi's nymph, seeing all her data?
This is unbelievable.
How long was she out?
Trust me, I felt the same. But the data doesn't lie.
Let's hurry.
So it was at this moment that Ingrid takes in Rapi as like more than just a manufactured unit, more than just a mass manufactured Nikke. You think it's Red Hood's data fusing? Is that why the data's all fucked up?
Excuse me.
Like the 300 battles thing, is her battles combined with Rapi's or what? Is that would be kind of interesting. The thing is, since it's Rapi's nymph, I would have assumed that it would be her data alone, but
Over
I don't even
there.
know how it works. Yo, look at her! Oh, she's so pretty.
RR15436.
Young Rapi.
Is that correct? I'm Ingrid, the CEO of Elysian. Let me confirm again. RR15436.
Look at the little baby Rapi.
No. It's Rapi.
My name is Rapi. She's
Very
changed.
well, Rapi. How are you feeling?
Fine. No issues.
All right. I'm going to ask you a few simple questions now. I only ask that you answer truthfully.
All right.
Did you participate in the Second Surface Reclamation War 6 years ago?
It's been 6 years since she just like sat there with Red Hood's corpse?
I do not know for how long, but yes, I did.
For 2 years, you took part in numerous operations, large and small. Correct?
That's correct.
After that, we suddenly lost contact with you for 4 years.
Holy shit.
Where have you been during that time?
I was on the surface.
What were you doing on the surface for 4 whole years?
I was searching for a way back to the Ark.
Alone?
There were a few Nikkes who joined me along the way. They all died.
How did you get to the Ark?
I took the elevator.
Our data shows you engaged in over 300 battles during your time on the surface.
Yeah, can she confirm this
Is
part?
that correct?
I don't remember the exact number, but battling with the Raptures was a constant feature of my time up there.
And you survived all of those fights.
Yes,
It sounds like it's hers.
I had to survive.
That's her data.
Welcome back, Rapi.
Nice.
Thank you.
We plan on conducting a thorough examination. Is that all right?
No problem. Have you detected any issues?
Good thing it's Ingrid that's taking care of her, and not like Cian. You know, it's a good thing.
There are no signs of corruption.
Good thing
or
we didn't
mind
end up
switch
with the
symptoms.
missiless researchers.
You're safe.
That's a relief. Would it be alright if I asked a question?
Please. Anything.
What's she gonna ask?
What happened with the Second Surface Reclamation War?
We failed.
To no one's surprise.
That would have happened about 4 years ago.
Oh. So in the same year that she went MIA.
It must have been right after I went to the surface. Even back then, the situation was dire.
Yes. 2 months after you last went to the surface, the central government officially announced the failure of the Second Surface Reclamation War.
So, it only lasted for 2 years and 2 months.
Yeah, if Mustang found Rapi, it would have made her into a bunny girl. would have made her a casino stripper.
So, what do we do now?
A hoochie.
We have
The
decided to adopt
Tetrahoochies.
the tactics proposed by New Hope.
Tactical.
Our primary strategy will incorporate guerrilla warfare, carried out by elite commanders, and a small number of Nikkes under their individual command.
Damn, New Hope, Johan? Changed the landscape of war forever.
There would be no more large-scale deployments to the surface.
Yeah, like the squad system worked too well.
Are we buying time? Or have we given up? So both.
Yes.
At least you're being honest.
I have no further questions at this time. Please proceed with the examination.
Dang, do all the faces...
Mass-produced Nikke
Do all the
has
mass-produced
survived on
Nikkes
her
have
own
the
for
same face as
4
Rapi?
entire years,
Or does that face actually match her human face?
wandering the surface freely without hiding. It's a story that almost defies belief. She has an unbelievable amount of combat experience.
Yeah, she's got the Red Hood training too.
Perhaps this could...
Ma'am! Ma'am!
Call me instructor. This must be rather important if it justifies barging in here without knocking.
You need to come see this. It's beyond my authority to decide what to do next.
Oh shit, they're gonna discover that inside her is 2 cores. This is when Ingrid finds out about Rapi's body. The Ark, Elysion Nikke Research Lab. Rapi lies asleep on a bed connected to various machines. Screens displaying Rapi's test results fill the wall.
All right, what's going on?
Her body weight is more than twice the average. And most importantly, there are 2 cores.
Yeah!
What? Explain to me how something like
I
that
wonder
could
how
happen.
I wonder what went down that allowed that to happen. Because Red Hood dies, Rapi's holding her body, and she just stays there throughout the seasons. Like, she sits there in that exact same position, and then at some point they merged.
I have no idea.
But we don't know how.
This is the first time we've encountered a case like this.
2 cores, 1 Nikke.
Although only 1 core is active, we have no idea how this is even possible.
Yeah, maybe Deep did something to us before we departed with her. I think she's the only one that could have that kind of power. I mean, that was my guess earlier, but then clearly she wasn't around at the time of Red Hood's death.
Also,
And they seemed to be pretty far away from that previous location.
Is there something else?
Yeah, it's gotta be Deep, right? I mean, who else?
within her nymph, the region dedicated to her sense of self is densely packed. We consulted the past records, and it was almost empty when she first became a Nikke.
Are you telling me she honed her own sense of identity over time?
It appears so.
Whoa. The region dedicated to her sense of self is densely packed. That's cool. That's sick. But it was almost empty when she first became a Nikke. So after meeting Red Hood, she developed a personality.
What about the brain scan results?
Other than the
Good for
abnormally
you, Rapi.
extensive combat data, there were no other significant findings. We haven't been able to get access to certain parts of the brain, but considering it's only a week's worth of information, we doubt it's of any major significance.
All right. Reconstruct her body based on this self-identification data. I think it would be best to dispose of this current body with 2 cores.
Are you sure we shouldn't look into it further?
There are too many unknown factors here. It's best to only have 1 nymph.
I understand.
But would they be able to tell if that core belongs to Red Hood? Or do they not even know who Red Hood is at this point, because the Ark has been so good at hiding information from the previous Reclamation War?
How do you feel
There
about
she
your new
is.
upgrade?
I don't feel particularly special.
That's the one we're used to.
It feels like this face and body have always been mine.
It's the ideal image of yourself, nestled within your subconscious.
Yo!
The fact it feels familiar to you is hardly surprising.
Yeah, it's just her as a kid, but older, right? This is like default Rapi look.
Is that so?
The mental image version.
There is something I should tell you. Your body weighed over twice what it should, and contained 2 separate cores.
There is something I should tell you, Rapi. Your body kinda thick though.
That body was disposed of due to safety concerns. But even your current body,
Wait, what about the old body?
which was generated based on
Well,
your
you can't
own
abandon Red Hood's
self-identity
core.
data, exhibited the same anomalies. No matter how many times we tried, the results were the same. Something embedded within your own sense of self.
The iconic
caused
Rapi
this.
thighs, man. There's been so much Rapi cosplay ever since the new SSR unit dropped. It's been pretty awesome on Twitter seeing like Rapi nonstop. Rapi
Do you
Appreciation
have any
Week.
idea what that might be?
No.
Very well. I understand.
Yeah, a lot of
From
fan
now
art, a lot of
on,
cosplay.
You will be affiliated with Elysion.
From now on, you're mine.
Further research will be conducted
Good
to
find.
utilize the output of the cores in your body. Do you have any objections to this?
Somehow only an SR unit, by the way. For all this talk and hype that we're getting, she's an SR unit.
No.
The research will proceed concurrently with your practical operations.
Yeah, where's Unwa? Are we gonna get
You will be
Unwa?
assigned to a specific squad and participate in missions
We have
with
like
them
only
to
like
gather data.
2 chapters left and then a bonus ending. The bonus ending we can't get to today because it's not unlocked yet.
Is there a particular squad you would like
Oh wait,
to join?
she's joining the squad right now. She's gonna join Absolute, right?
If you have a preference, we will honor that request.
The thing is, her outfit already looks like it's fitted for Absolute.
I want them to be strong.
Yeah, Absolute's the strongest. It's gotta be them.
Strong?
Yes. I want squad mates whom I won't have to worry about dying or
Hell
falling
yeah.
apart.
That way she can just depend on them and do what she does best.
Is there any particular reason why you care about this so much?
There is something that I wish to become. In order to achieve that, I require strong allies.
Hell yeah.
What is it that you want to become?
Red Hood.
Yo, maybe Ingrid does know who Red Hood is.
Good.
Yeah.
We have the perfect squad for you.
She's not gonna even ask her?
It is Elysion's elite combat squad.
Hell yeah.
I doubt you'll find anything lacking in them.
The strongest
they
squad, the Miracle
with
Squad. They've never failed a single mission.
I understand. Thank you.
She's the SR unit? My SR unit is Anise. I think she's the SR unit. Good in PvP, good in campaign for building leader. It's my favorite, one of my favorite boss themes. Harvester boss theme kind of fucks. We gotta hit it once, chat. Do I have, oh wait, nope, I don't have it. I was gonna show you Rapi Red Hood Super, but I heard to use it. Like the animation.
Oh, that was easy.
Years later, ARC, Elysion Research Lab, or Elysion's Nikke Research Lab.
They've told me about your performance reports. Unwa has been praising you, which she doesn't give easily.
Yeah!
It's because the 3 of them have done so well looking out for me.
Good. Let's keep it up. Absolute will soon become the most formidable squad there is.
Instructor,
Only by lore, not by gameplay.
What is it?
I would like to push the subcore to its limit today.
No, I'm against it. You nearly died after only 10 seconds
Oh,
of
so
operation.
she still has the subcore attached to her? She still has the Red Hood's
I
core.
know, but I can feel it. Something will change if I push it.
Yeah, I was confused earlier if they like had gotten rid of it and put it off to the side somewhere, but no, it's still in her body.
I want to see whether I'm right.
Fine. But if I deem it
She
to be
still
too
weighs twice the
dangerous,
amount as a
I'll put a
regular
stop to it
Nikke.
immediately.
I understand. Thank you.
The subcore is activating. It's causing the influence of the main core to recede.
Shut it down!
Oh shit.
I can't. We don't have control.
What the?
The body is reconstructing. What's happening?
What?
Hey, yo.
Rapi's body is transforming.
Oh,
the main
shit.
core has gone silent.
They're gonna switch off to Red Hood right now.
What on earth is happening?
Subcore has stabilized. Body reconstruction is complete. Huh?
She looks completely different.
This is crazy.
She's completely
So Ingrid's
red.
actually seen it all. She's seen everything go down with Rapi's body.
Check the database. Identify that Nikke.
Yes, ma'am.
What on earth is this?
I don't know if she's gonna be in the database. At least not on the front end.
After searching through the old databases, we've identified the Nikke that Rapi transformed into as
Hey,
Red
yo.
Hood of the Goddess Squad.
Okay. They still got her data?
What? But how?
I don't know. I have no idea what this means. She's currently asleep and shows no signs of awakening.
Rapi wanted to become Red Hood. Her ideal, the one she was suppressing, emerged when the subcore took control.
I can't believe Elysian has Red Hood. Elysian has access to the strongest Nikke.
Find a way to restore Rapi to her
No, it
original
wasn't a bit.
state.
They actually did fusion. I know, because that's what happens in the main story. The only thing this event has been about is like, how did we get there from here?
Use whatever means necessary.
Yeah, it's actually a thing. Rapi is a Nikke that has 2 cores inside of her. One of those cores belongs to Red Hood, and she can tap into that core sometimes to get like a stronger transformation state temporarily. But it always fucks her up. Like, she can't stay in that form for long. And there is a point in the story where she can completely transform into Red Hood, but only one personality can be dominant at any given time. It's like Killer 7. It's like a split personality type thing.
Yes, ma'am.
You gonna come up with a cool fusion name? It's Rapi Red Hood.
Also,
RRH Red
I'm
Riding
sorry to
Hood.
have to do this, but after this is over,
Grimm's model
I will
Red
have
Riding
to
Hood.
erase the memories of everyone involved.
Yo! Ingrid knows that this is like super sensitive information.
What?
She's like, sorry, this is confidential.
It's too dangerous to have anyone else know this information.
You probably shouldn't tell her this, but also, I guess that's good.
It could turn the Ark upside down.
Why would it do that?
We've discovered here that you can become whatever person you envision in your own mind.
When she's becoming Red Hood, is that just her image of Red Hood that she ingrained in her head? Or is that actually Red Hood? That's now what I'm wondering. Because they did have that, remember that entire part where they show her walking with Red Hood and she's like staring at her from behind? And just like burning that image of her in her mind? Was that what this is?
By using the nymph to insert specific data about an individual into their subconscious and making their personality theirs. And then reconstructing the body.
Any person could be reproduced as a Nikke.
Yo, hang on. That's fucking crazy. What?
Not just that, you could bring the dead back to life or create as many copies of the same individual as you wanted. But surely someone must have thought of this before. Macillus, for instance?
They must have all failed.
The power to become your ideal self. Also, hey, what's up, Pika Pal? Happy New Year, welcome in. Yeah, this is pretty wild. I mean, the Nikkes already become their ideal selves when they become Nikkes, right? So in a way, this power isn't so far-fetched. They constantly talk in the story about the mechanics of when a person becomes a Nikke, they, you know, end up becoming the version of themselves that they always wanted to be. But I didn't think that they meant that literally. That they actually meant like, oh, like your body transforms into what you imagine. Yo, what's good, Two-Bolt? Yeah, this event's been really good. We're almost at the end though, there's not too much left.
But Rapi here is the undeniable result that it's possible.
LARPing so hard your flesh starts to LARP as well is crazy. Seeing it mass-produce Matisse if she found this tech? Yeah, this is super dangerous in the wrong hands. I can see it getting super out of control.
Since we have the end result, we should be able to trace our way back through the process that led to it.
What the fuck, Elysian? You had all this tech this whole time? This knowledge, and then you're still like the weakest tower?
This needs to be buried. It's too dangerous.
Understood. Once I'm finished here,
Laplace
you can
Army
proceed
sounds
with my memory
obnoxious.
wipe.
It sounds like the worst thing ever.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's just like 50 Nikkes screaming, I will become a hero. Like, no, shut up. Present, Commander's room.
Everyone knows
oh,
how the rest of
shit.
the story goes.
I forgot the whole time that, yeah, this whole story we're getting is just from her perspective as they're sitting in the commander's room listening to Rapi trauma dump. It is a trauma dumping arc is what this entire arc is supposed to be. the trauma dumpy arc. And then Anise and Neon just have like soda and snacks and they're just munching on the side this whole time.
I was consumed by the thought of becoming Red Hood. I realized that I was only using those who considered me a friend, and so I left Absolute. I wandered aimlessly, and eventually ended up meeting Anise.
Yeah, when did that happen? I want to know about Anise and Rapi meeting together. Because I feel like Anise would have reminded Rapi of Seira a little bit. Like, they kind of have that outgoing, talkative personality that is like opposite to Rapi's. I see why they said this event will be more low-key, or be more low-key, more character-focused, which is a good thing. Nice change of pace, especially after Old Tales and Ice Dragon Saga. Yeah, it's a much more personal event, right? That focuses on one character and her inner struggles rather than the world events that are happening around them. And there is a lot of world lore stuff happening in Footstep Walk Run as well. We got a bunch of reveals about like, oh hey, the arc is actually powered by a Rapture core. Or hey, there's a character named Deep and she's just hanging out with the Raptures for some reason, like protecting this core. Like there's all this stuff that got revealed, but at the end of the day too, it's more about Rapi's inner struggle as she struggles to become Red Hood, right? And just reminiscing on the past. Trauma dumpy sounds like something would call this game affectionately. Someone would call this game affectionately. Yes, the trauma dumpy genre. Anise meeting Rapi is when two doomers meet, and then they form a podcast. They're podcast bros together.
Then I met the commander, and then Neon,
Neon baby.
and that led me here.
Now we're in the best squad.
Dang, you've really been through it. You're like a living witness of history.
Yeah, you're kind of a granny, Rapi. You're kind of old. Red Hood really left an indelible impression on you, didn't she?
Yes. Were it not for Red Hood, I probably would have died without achieving much of anything. I wouldn't have met you either, Commander.
She really did embody what you considered perfection.
And I still feel that way about her. But now, rather than becoming Red Hood, I simply want to become like her.
It's different, right? It's a subtle but slight difference. We can still maintain our sense of identity and who we are while looking up to someone else's qualities, rather than trying to exactly become who they were down to, like, the smallest detail. You know? She's not trying to pose anymore.
I think I can do it.
Wonder what Anise's backstory would be? I have an idea that it has to do with Pretty. Pretty was mentioned in Rapi's event, and it was like Nikke from Tetra that got killed during a performance from a human, from like a Nikke phobe human. But I have a feeling that That has to tie to Anise in some way, because Anise used to also be Tetra, but left for some reason. So, right now in the main story, spoilers, but Anise is like kind of left the party temporarily. She's on a spiritual journey to like find herself, and I'm imagining that within the next couple months, within like the next half year, we'll probably get something for her. We'll probably get an Anise arc this year.
No, I will do it. She passed on her power, her sense of duty, to me. I have squad mates who I can never imagine dying or getting hurt, and a commander capable of guiding me. There's no reason for me to fail.
I like this new Rapi, man. The Rapi that we've been used to for the entire story, even though we've spent so much time with her, is not actually the version of Rapi that is genuine with herself. She was still struggling with this idea of wanting to become Red Hood and not living up to that expectation. But ever since like the latest chapters of the story, she's become complete, right? She's finally her own person now. And it shows in her Bond stories too. I haven't done all her Bond stories for SSR Rapi yet, but a lot of it is her being more confident and spending more time with the commander and being more honest with herself. Like now, anytime she texts me, it's just her like flirting and shit like that. And she would never do that before. Like she's actually come to terms with what the commander means to her and wants to start making moves now. Niece needs to recover after being dunked on by Cinderella. She'll never recover from that. That was brittle. Commander's been hurt plenty of times. When's Marion backstory? I want to see her squad. Yeah, when's the Silver Gun backstory? I don't know about Twinkle Tri-Stars. What's that? I know about Twinkle Star Sprites. The arcade shooter.
Hmm?
Alright, oh, I nearly forgot, is what my character says. I bring out the cassette player that was next to the bed.
Is that?
It's a gift I received from Red Hood. It's been a while, so why don't we listen to it?
Thank you.
Does that thing still work? It should. I've seen Master listen to it once in a while.
That's right, we actually got the cassette player from that time, and even Rapunzel's listened to it before, right? Alright, I'm pressing play. Country music flows from the speakers of the cassette player, and we all listen to the music in silence. Rapi closes her eyes, recalling the past which she misses so dearly. The music ends. Huh? Rapi? You're capable of laughter? What is this? I've never seen her smile like this and laugh like this.
It still really isn't my style of music.
That's so funny.
It's been a while since we've been back to the Ark.
I've never seen her so expressive. What the hell? Yeah, we gotta protect that smile. She's super cute. She's actually become like the protagonist that this game deserves. For the longest time, it was like people joked about Rapi not being the protagonist, right? And that it was really a story about Marianne. But now she's finally stepping up.
You're right. I hope nothing's happened.
Rapi,
Yes, Commander?
what are you thinking about? Yo, anime cutscene 2? Hang on. Yo, this is sick. I didn't expect this. It's like a anime credits type vibe. It's heard throughout time. Oh, she got shoved. I was like, wait, why aren't you moving? She just needed a little shove. Wait, the song fucks. Unwa, bestie, Emma, holy shit. Absolute Squad. I like Emma's run, it's cute. Yeah, Red Hood kinda tall. Yo, it's us! Yo, what the fuck? Wait, this is such a nice cutscene. It's like really well animated too. Time has passed. Dude, I'm getting such an anime ending vibes from this. This is just an anime ending. What the hell? You could put credits to that. Footstep, walk, run. Yo!
I was thinking about what I want to do in the future.
Amazing! Another great Nikke event. Footstep, walk, run, end. What she wanted to do in the future? What was that last line? What was that supposed to mean? Oh, dude! That's such a nice ending, man. That one might be one of my favorite cutscenes. Like, honestly, it hits the right spot. And we got to see this character grow over time.
As long as we're together, I will never fall.
And she's so easy to root for. Like, she's a character that's been through so much and is really a victim to her circumstances. Ends up becoming a Nikke as like a complete accident in a complete mess. She was killed in this crowd bombing. Yeah, I'm just thinking back to like the baby Rapi that was in the hospital and like how innocent she was. And then her having to go through all that shit she went through as a mass-produced Nikke, having like squad members die and people badmouth her. And then to meeting Red Hood and making a great friend in Red Hood, but only immediately having to come with the realization that that time with Red Hood is very limited and that they'll have to part ways very soon, right? Wow. This song is nice too. I'm getting kind of hyped. What the hell? How is this game's writing so good? What the fuck? Now, yeah, dude, now we got it, MLB Rapi. We have to, right? The thing is, this is still on my alt account. I'm still on my alt. This is a temporary account that we used to unlock story earlier than usual. We do have a wallpaper. Look at her smile! Look at this baby! I really like that at the end of that event, we actually did get to hear her laugh first from the bottom of her heart, genuinely. Like, I've never heard Rapi laugh like that. Ever. In the 34 chapters I've played the game, that is the first time you've gotten an actual smile from the heart. Only thing is, I hope they didn't make Deep a one-off character. Yeah, what the hell is up with Deep? I think we're gonna at least hear more from her, because we honestly didn't get much of an explanation as to who she is.
Yes. Were it not for Red Hood, I probably would have died without achieving much of anything. I wouldn't have met you either, Commander. But now, rather than becoming Red Hood, I simply want to become like her. I think I can do it.
Yeah! We'll root for you, Rapi. Oh my god. Where's my menu?
I will do it.
Where's the menu
She
go?
passed on her power, her sense of duty, to me. I have squad mates who I can never imagine dying or getting hurt. And a commander capable of guiding me. There's no reason for me to fail. Yes. Were it not for Red Hood.
I imagine we'll see Deep or other parts of her faction in upcoming events. Yeah, we didn't get a name outside of Deep. We didn't get a faction. Like, we know so little about this character that has, like, large story implications. But now we know that whoever built the Ark, like, had to have harnessed Rapture technology to some degree. And that humans and Raptures are, like, more tied together than you would think. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Nikke was good this week. Nikke was crazy good this week, chat. Yeah, I absolutely adore this game. I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's such a good feeling through every event. And we've had so many great events just within the past couple of months, right? Doing Old Tales into Ice Dragon Saga into this, and it's amazing every time. Nikke most know about this, which would actually explain how she got in contact with Chatterbox. Yeah, I think that character's design too kind of reminded me of Enoch. Deep and Enoch kind of had like this like similar aesthetic going on, at least to me. And then we know Enoch definitely has a lot more information that she's never shared with us. And she probably knows a lot about the history of the Ark and what happened to everyone before our timeline. Whew. Anyway, guys, I do have to call it here because I do have work tomorrow, but I'll be sticking around doing dailies.
I think I can do it.
Let's see if we can find someone to raid. That was a good event, man. Really, really good event. I didn't expect an anime cutscene at the end. That's the crazy part. I thought that we would, since it was like an event that didn't even have like a custom map attached to it, like the ending just hit in every way possible. It was just perfect. Seeing her run throughout time. Maybe I got to see Absolute run. I wish we got Absolute a little more in this event. Unfortunately, they were only like seen in a small snippet in the ending and also only mentioned by name. Deep in P possible? Perhaps you're onto something. Nikke always gotta bring a tear to the eye. Dude, I was fucked up earlier. When Rapi has Red Hood die in her arms, I actually was like getting super teary-eyed, dude. Tears running down the cheeks. Gonna go watch some Nikke lore videos? Yeah, man. It was about that time. I want to go back and like piece together things that happened before that I wasn't able to make sense of. Now it's like we have that context, right? We have the context of like, oh shit, that's why Eleg was memory wiped. That's why Trony and Eleg were memory wiped. That's why Red Hood said to Rapi to destroy the Ark. And it's like so much now that opens up possibilities in the story. As we move forward, I think it's gonna get really crazy. Which is a great part about Nikke's storytelling. It's never just like a conflict between like the main characters and whatever they're against, but there's also this overarching story involving a picture that's much bigger than something they can handle, right? This is like beyond anyone's comprehension at this point. The conflicts in Nikke exist on such massively different scales. Like, we're just a small cog, ultimately. And we're making moves in the main story, but it's like, holy shit, what do you do about this issue of, like, the Rapture Core, or whatever I don't even know if you can call it a Rapture Core. It's like, it's some kind of core that the Raptures also use, happens to be inside the Ark, and that's what we're powered off of. I was assuming it was something more sinister. I mean, that is pretty sinister, but I was assuming that the Raptures... Or I was under the assumption that the Ark was powered by Nikkes. That's what I thought. I thought the Nikkes were down there in the basement of the Ark, like running on little hamster wheels, powering the electricity. But no. Maybe that's a little bit much. Let me see though. I gotta find someone to raid. We do have Med's online playing MVCI. Yeah, let's go raid Med. Good old friend Mediscoto. Okay guys, We're gonna start the raid now. I don't know what my schedule is this week. This is all I had planned originally. This schedule is tentative and subject to change depending on how much time I have available after today. So we might stream on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm not really sure. For sure, stream is on Sunday though. The other days I will stream if I have enough energy, because I'm still trying to fix my sleep schedule. But yeah, that's all from me. Thanks so much for everyone stopping by, by the way. I know we had a couple of follows as well. Minuet, Forest MT, Agnew. Appreciate it, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your new year, and hope to see you next time. Peace out.